Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here, Uncle Bruce from Creston, British Columbia. One last time, the last time I will be broadcasting from Creston, British Columbia from the
From
house.
Creston, British Columbia.
We are moving tomorrow. The truck is coming in here. Well, I got to go get it. Tomorrow is moving day, and I will not be on the air tomorrow at all. I'll be back on the air Monday with all of you, as per usual, on both channels. I'm looking forward to that from Calgary, but tomorrow is moving day. Today is Thursday, September the 9th, 2021. I am sitting on my couch, or my love seat, actually, because the couch is gone. All the chairs are gone. I had a choice. I could have sat with you today for upwards of 3 hours on my morning show on a wooden bar stool, or I could have sat down on my love seat, which is nice and soft and cushy, uh, and I chose the love seat. we have no other we have no other way of sitting in the house. I could sit on the floor. I could sit on a staircase. Could sit on the bed, but Jen's sleeping, so I'm going to leave Jen alone. We're here on the love seat, and Jen actually mentioned it. She actually said, you could consider doing your show tomorrow from the love seat because your poor tush and your back and all that. I got a pillow behind me here to give me support. This is much better. So if I fall asleep on you, it's because I'm really tired, and this is really comfy, and I could just kind of I could just go, I could do the old man thing and fall asleep, but welcome one, welcome all. What the heck is going on in the markets as we are getting ready to open up here? We've got all kinds of situations here. I've got my music stand over here with my big ass iPad. I'm just going to shift stuff around because you're going to notice me look over here all the time. I got the Dow down 15 points at the moment in the pre-market, according to Market Watch. I've got S&P down 4 points, Nasdaq down 6. Now we've had 4 days in a row of down days for the Dow. I think it's 4, so we might be oversold. And with us only being down 13, we may have a bounce. I don't know how long it'll last. It might be a partial bounce. It might be a 2-hour bounce and then nothing. We may open down for an hour, then have a bounce back. It's wide open. I can't even begin to predict. Lots of news coming out, lots of information coming out, and I'll fill you in on what I can give you. U.S. initial jobless claims dropped 35,000 to a post-pandemic low of 310,000 in the last week. Well, that's good, but not incredible. But it's good. The trend is the right direction, but it is not a strong, phenomenal growth curve here. It's better. The Dow down 11 doesn't mind this news. As a matter of fact, the Dow has probably come up about 50, 60 points. So it likes what it sees so far. Rocket Lab up $1.16. I'll give you the good news first. Rocket Lab is up $1.16 to $16.25. So much for going down on earnings for Rocket Lab. Had a nice day yesterday with a net 59-cent gain when it was all said and done. Yesterday's range, 14.50 to 15.70. Here we are at 16.25 pre-market, up $1.16. Rocket Lab, we have not seen this ever, really. We've had a high of 1646 all time once, but this is pretty good stuff. So Rocket Lab is looking great. The word out of Rocket Lab is their earnings are up, their margins are improving, they're building their rocket facility to produce rockets quicker, more efficiently, cheaper. They are back ordered for $141 million of back orders for launches. They're signing contracts all the time for additional launches. These are multi-satellite launch contracts that they're closing. Their rockets are delivering the goods, very reliable. They're even expanding with what are they calling their Photon rocket for a Mars mission, probably a satellite thing. Great, fantastic. All going great. This is a company that is becoming more and more known to investors about who they are, what they are doing, what they're capable of doing, what they're going to become. Fabulous. So Rocket Lab, if any of you have it, I'm really happy for you. I would not sell it. I would be sticking around, and I hope you've got options and you're doing well with those. this stock's just going to keep going higher. Fantastic. GameStop down 17.48 at the moment in pre-market. 181.32. I think almost every single one of you were expecting the shares to drop after their earnings came out. They didn't drop right away when the earnings first got released. There was a sort of a delayed reaction. The market kind of was absorbing the news. The shares had closed at 198.80 last night, and the shares in that 196 to 198 range, maybe even hit 200 for a bit. Then they went back to 192 to 196, and then 190, 192, 94. And then the conference call came. The much anticipated, we can't wait for the management to wow us just once. Wow us. Could you once ever just give us something on a conference call that will make us go, wow, am I glad I have this stock in my portfolio? And they didn't do it again. They came out with an 8-minute call, no questions, no guidance. They constantly do this. They constantly let down the investor with any kind of hope, wishes, dreams, aspirations, upset. I mean, I want to sit here today and tell you guys how great GameStop is going to be. I want to sit here and tell you, that they're firing on all cylinders, but I can't do that because they're not telling us much of anything. They're revealing. I got some stuff here for you. I'll tell you about, but it's really frustrating. The stock is 180.78 right now. It's off 9%. It's going to be down 10% on the opening, which means it's a short sale restricted. It could be 175 today. It could be 170 today. I don't know. But knowing GameStop and knowing the loyalty of the owners of GameStop, it could well be a dip on the opening and then a rally later back into the 190 range. Anything is possible with GameStop. You all know this. It's unbelievable. Anyway, here's some stats for you. Here's some nuggets of information that I gleaned off of the conference call. All right, I gleaned it. I'm a gleaner. All right, so they are York, Pennsylvania distribution center, 700,000 square feet. It's operating. It's open and operating now as a distribution center. The second distribution center they announced a few months ago, Reno, Nevada, 500,000 square feet, will be operational after the end of the year, so into the new year, probably the first quarter of 2022. That gives them an East Coast or an northeastern distribution center, Pennsylvania, and now a West Coast distribution center, which is Reno. Then, of course, they've got Dallas. They've got their Grapevine, Texas, just outside of Dallas area for the south, the southeast, the southwest, that kind of. Okay. Maybe not the southwest, but probably the south. Okay. They did announce that their sales went up to $1.183 billion versus $942 million the year before. Their gross sales. That's a 25% increase, and that's not too shabby. That's not to be ignored. Store counts down 9% from a year ago. So they have 9% fewer stores. They're now sitting on 4,642 stores. 4,642 stores worldwide is what they now are sitting on. No indication of what are they going to do with these stores. No indication of, we expect by next year to be down another 10%, or we should be about 4,400 stores next year or 3,800 stores next year. Our game plan over the next 5 years is to go down to 1,000 stores. We got nothing. All right, so 4,642 is the current count. I can tell you. There's something called SG&A expenses. SG&A expenses. Now, I believe this is administration. One of you will know exactly the term, what this means, but it is kind of a measurement of efficiency of the company, how they're doing, and they've managed to reduce their costs dramatically. They've been able to reduce they're improving their margins. Let me give you that way. They're improving margins, which is a good thing. I mean, and there was no question they had to do it. They took out a lot of these one-off items, like when they got rid of Mr. Sherman, the CEO, and they got rid of the CFO guy, and they got rid of other people. They had to give them payouts. They took that out of the equation because those are one-offs. Those aren't like all ongoing. Every year we have to do these kinds of things. This is a once-in-a-while thing. It's not a normal course business. So to give us a fairer, more accurate picture of how the business is operating, they took these one-offs out of the way to give us a clear picture of what's going on. And it was 37% of sales was their costs. Now it's 32% of sales. So they improved by 5 points. Their losses were $55 million versus $92 million. Now the street, the analysts, of which there are what, three? Any forecasting entities out there who were probably guessing what this company was going to make or not make, they were guessing that the company wouldn't lose maybe $55 million. Maybe they thought that they would lose less than that. And so the headlines on the stock last night and this morning are GameStop shares lower on higher sales but higher losses, or GameStop shares lower on higher losses than anticipated, or something like that. They're giving you this terrible news like, oh gosh, it's terrible, the stock is really backing off, because they're losing all kinds of money. The reality is they're losing less money than they used to lose. All right? So Mr. Cohen and his team are actually turning this company around, but it isn't fast enough for the skeptics, and it will never be. You folks who know GameStop, you know the skeptics out there. They're never going to be happy with this company. So they lost $55 million or 76 cents a share versus 92 cents a share, or 92 million or $1.42 a share. So that's tremendously better. But the street was expecting them to do even better than that. I don't know how, because I don't know where they're getting their information from. I don't know where anybody gets information from on GameStop, because they don't provide it. So I don't know. Cash on hand, $1.77 billion in cash. $1.775 billion cash on hand. No debt other than a loan that the French government offered GameStop and probably every other corporation over there, a COVID kind of a emergency funding compensation loan at virtually no interest. It's a 40-something million dollar amount of money. It's a nothing burger. The company is acknowledging they owe it, but they are under no pressure to repay it at the moment. Very generous terms, repayment terms, will not affect the company in any real way. I did some simple mathematics. There are 75.9 million shares outstanding now, according to the company. You divide that into how much cash they have, and you come up with a number of $23 a share cash on hand. So the stock, the corporation, GameStop, without any other assets, $23 a share in cash is what they've got right now. Whatever else you want to value the company at is up to you. The skeptics are going, you can't value the company at a dime. Can't value them at anything because they don't make money. They lose money. Well, yeah, okay. They're losing $55 million they've lost, and they have 1.7 billion cash on hand. They can go a long time before they run out of money. So I suspect the turnaround will continue. If they had lost 92 million last year, which they did, and now they've lost 55 million this time around in the current quarter, they are on their way to break even quickly. And then, of course, the profitability aspect will kick in. The speculation has to be, from what all I've got to tell you about, all I can point at, has to be that the Reno distribution center will allow the company to greatly expand its offerings online. I can't tell you how much a percentage of their sales came from online versus retail. They didn't disclose that information. They didn't give us any idea of what they're expecting. They are giving no further future guidance whatsoever. They're absolutely not doing it. They're completely staying mum. And so there was no talk about a stock split. There's no talk about a dividend. There's no talk about fungible whatchamacallits. There's no talk about new websites. There's no talk about gaming tournament play. There's no talk about massive website anything. There's nothing. There's zip, 8-minute call. All you heard is the voice of the new guy. Cohen wasn't there. Nobody else was there. He just read a sheet of paper and it was over. And yet again, they did the unforgivable when it comes to the PR department, the investor relations department. The investor relations 101 rules were breached yet again by GameStop. They totally screwed up a global opportunity to talk to the globe, to talk to millions of shareholders that own this stock, loyally own this stock. They yet again chose not to talk to them and give anyone a hint as to what can happen in this with this company. They didn't even do the courteous thing, which would have been, a year ago we had 5,400 stores. Now we have 4,642 stores. We're on our way to 4,000 stores. They could have done that without divulging a lot of corporate secrets. They could have said, 2 years ago, it cost us this much money to sell $1 worth of merchandise. Last year it was this much. Now it's this much. We're hoping to get to this much in the next year. Like, give us a sign, give me a bone, give me something that I can point to and go, oh, this is coming. This is happening. This is good. Nothing. It is the most frustrating thing there is. And so what do I tell you folks to do that are watching me here live? You're shareholders of GameStop, loyal followers of GameStop. A number of you are already doing it, because in the last 6 months and in the last 3 months, I have been on this bandwagon big time. And I will not stop this bandwagon going forward. I am telling you, if you aren't doing it now, you got to be doing it. You have got to write call options against your stock. You have got to dare the market to take it away from you. You have got to take the option premiums that are being handed to you like candy. Those of you out here who are watching me here, in the last 2 weeks, a number of you, and I don't know what the number is, 20, 500, 300, 16, 1, I don't know. It's a lot. It's more than one, but there's many of you. You've watched my courses. You've taken my lessons. You've watched my lessons. You've listened to me here on the air, and you've taken me up on writing call options against your GameStop stock. And some people out there call you traitors, and they call you turncoats, and how dare you, and you're helping the institutions, and you're helping the hedge funds. And you ignore them like I tell you to. Just ignore all that and take the money, because you're holding this stock as loyal holders of this paper month after month after month, quarter after quarter after quarter. And what are you getting for it? You're getting zero communication from the management of the company. I mean, we like what we've seen so far about how the company is cash rich, debt zero, and all that, but you're getting no indication of any upside coming your way. And the skeptics out there are having a field day. They're able to pick on this thing. They're able to point the finger at you and call you idiots. You're crazy to hold this stock. It's only worth $10 a share. But those of you out there who are writing call options, you're making money. Overall, you're making money. Once in a while, yes, I admit it. Once in a while, you can write a call option. The stock can go up on you, and you might have to do a rollover. Worst case scenario, you have to do a rollover, which is actually the best case scenario, because those of you in the last couple of weeks who wrote 165s and 170s, you wrote 180 calls, 185 calls, you wrote 190s. A lot of you folks were asking me, should I roll these over? Should I roll these over? Because that's when the stock was 210, 220, 225, 227, 231. And I said, yes, it's time to do rollovers, where you buy back the call you wrote and write a new call further out at a much higher premium. Every one of you who have done that, right now you are smiling from ear to ear, because, or you're about to be smiling, because we open up here in about 10 minutes or so, or in about 40 minutes or so. In 40 minutes, we're going to open trading on the options market. And something tells me that anyone who wrote a $250 call contract against GameStop that expires in January, or if you wrote contracts that expire next April, and you wrote 240s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 280s, 300s, whatever you wrote them at, way up there, are you going to be happy puppies in about 41 minutes from now when the market is open for trading? Because those contracts are going to plummet. They are already plummeting as it is. They're plummeting. The pre-markets on those have got to be way off because the stock's at 178 right now. And a $250 call contract is $72 out of the money, with 4 months to go for January. And we're talking 80 trading days until these contracts expire, ballpark, maybe 90. And they're way out of the money. And what is the hope of the stock going to $220 a share today, tomorrow, next week? You tell me, you tell me, what am I missing here that is going to guarantee that these shares are going to run to $225 to $250 to $300 in the next month? Give me something I can chew on, because I'd be happy to pass it on if it's verifiable. I don't see nothing. I see zip from the management. These guys are not talking, and I don't like this. I don't like this game plan. I don't like management that shuts the hell up and doesn't talk. I don't like it, because as a shareholder, I think I should have an indication where your head's at. What's your game plan? Have you got a plan? Is there a plan? At least Steve Jobs would come out and do a presentation and talk about the future of Apple and its products and all that. You are at least getting some kind of indication from Facebook or from Google or from Amazon. They tell you, this is what we're thinking of doing. This is what we want to do. This is our objective. GameStop, it's a big secret. What's the big secret? You're a former brick and mortar company that had nothing but stores. You're transforming yourself into an online retailer, but you still have a zillion stores. You're not giving us any indication of timing of the big picture. You're not even giving us like a general idea that in 5 years from now, we expect 80% of our sales to be online. You're not even giving me that. Like, you're not even giving me a 5-year, it could happen. You're giving us nothing. Now, I understand. I cut you slack. We're in the middle of, not in the middle. We're still in a pandemic. Maybe not in the middle of it, but we're in a pandemic worldwide. And it's got variants, and it's got issues, and it's a nightmare. Yeah, the schools are kind of reopening, and parents are nervous about taking the kids to school, and on and on and on. We talk about this all the time. I lose subscribers about this all the time. But GameStop, you could kind of give us a little more. You really could. You could give us a couple of crumbs, and we got nothing. We got nothing but speculation, and that is the worst kind of forward-thinking stuff we need. I don't need speculation. I need facts. I need a game plan. I need something that you believe in. Tell us what you believe in, because you're not telling us. These 8-minute conference calls are a waste of our time. I saw a quote this morning, an insult to our intelligence. I kind of have to agree with that. It is an absolute waste of my life to hang on every word that these guys are going to say in a conference call, because they're useless. They're reading the statement that they issue to the public. That's all they're doing. There's nothing being done. There's nothing being delivered to us on that. It's absolutely ridiculous. Nice. Hey, thanks for becoming a member. Welcome. Neat picture. Thank you for being here. Anyway, there you go. All right, there's the deal. It's $178.50 on the stock, down $20 a share. What do you expect the shares are supposed to do? If you're management of GameStop, what if you're an employee of the company and you're a VP of something, you're a new shareholder, you're a newly appointed member of the company, and you were granted stock options in GameStop when you joined the company, and you have an option for 1,000 shares, you have an option for 4,000 shares, you have options for 10,000 shares, you're a senior member of the company, you're a board member, you're whatever, and you can get your hands on tens of thousands of shares of this company. Congratulations, your value of your stock options are off $20 a share right now, because last night during this conference call, you gave us zip, you gave us butkus, And I'm amazed it's only off $20 a share. I'm just sitting there going, what? What do you want from us? You want our loyalty as shareholders? You want loyalty as followers of your vision? Well, then give us the damn vision. Kind of share that. It's a two-way street. We'll be happy to share the vision and the dream of the end goal if we only knew what it was. And it's a bit disappointing. In the meantime, a little company like Rocket Lab, it's a former SPAC, takes over ATIP, goes public, $10 a share. They do the vend in, they bring out their financials, and goodness gracious, golly, Miss Molly, it's at $16.15 a share. We're up $1.06 right now, which is 7%. The shares were sitting at what, $14? What was the last month? Last month they were $10. Not even a month ago, 3 weeks ago, they were $10 a share. Now they're $16 a share, and they didn't have to reveal state secrets. They didn't have to reveal deep thoughts by Jack Handey. They just came out with their numbers, and we're growing and we're getting better. And the market is eating it up, and they love it. 142,000 in the pre-market. That's all that's traded on Rocket Lab, and it's up $1 to $16.16 a share. Now I have viewers that own this stuff who I've been pleading with, please God, don't sell this stuff. Don't sell your contracts. Don't write call options on this stuff yet. Hang on to this stuff, because the street is just finding out who these guys are. And guess what? These guys deliver some news last night that the market loves. And the market is going, well, thank you for sharing. We love this. We're in. We're with you. We're going with you. GameStop, big secret. Like it's like ancient Chinese secret. What's going on? You're a brick and mortar company trying to become an e-commerce company. As far as we know, you're opening 2 distribution centers, one in Pennsylvania, one in Reno, Nevada. We get that. You're opening a customer care facility in Pembroke, Florida to handle the 800 calls and all that stuff. Great. You're going to try to become the gaming, the gamer's choice to go to for online business. Great. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. And no one is giving me more than that. I have to guess the rest. I have to guess it. Why should I have to guess it? Why can't you share anything about your potential? I don't want to play the game of, gee, what week might you make an announcement that could really get this market going? I don't want to play this game. I don't like this game. As an investor, if I were an investor in this stock, which I'm not, I don't own any shares of any company because I'm a commentator here. As a shareholder, I'd be upset. But I do have a secret weapon to take care of this kind of crap that you guys are pulling on us by not telling us what's really going on. I can write call options against my stock. And I will do that to bring income in. That I recommend to every one of you out there. Write call options on this stuff and take the money that the gamblers are willing to give you. Write 1 week options, 2 week options. Today's Thursday. Why don't you write options that expire tomorrow? Write 190s, write 200s. You're not going to get exercise. The stock isn't going anywhere. Not right now. Not going to happen. You got easy money waiting for you here. Unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. If you want to buy it on dips, great. You want to buy the stock on dips, knock yourselves out. Buy it on dips, sure. You can get option money coming in from this door, and then you put the money in to buy more stock through that door. Yes, if a million of you out there were to do it, you'd be buying up a whole bunch of GameStop shares down here that would just take it off the street. But believe me, the stock's available. There's a stock available here at $178.40, unfortunately, because the company is making it available by not giving investors a reason to chase this stock at any price and get in now, because something big's about to happen. No one is getting this vibe this morning that something big is about to happen. And this idea of going to the moon and mega gamma short squeeze and artificial stock thing is not happening. It's not happening with AMC. It's not happening here. It's not happening with any stock out there. You show me a stock in the last 2 years that has gone from $1 a share to $1,000 a share, $5 to $1,000, $15 to $1,000. You show me a gamma squeeze that has done that. Show me something that's gone to the moon and stayed there. You can't show me one of those. There aren't any. And everyone is waiting for the first one, and this is supposed to be the one. And the way these guys are operating their business, I don't think so. I will say this. They've done a great job. There's some really good things going on here at GameStop. No debt. That debt facility is paid off. Cash in the bank. Yep. They're solid. Financially solid. But there's no direction. There's no inspiration. There's no if I were an employee at GameStop, I'd be going, this is a grind, man. This is a grind. We're grinding the warehouses here. We're grinding the stores. We're grinding ourselves. We're not exploding. We're not taking off. And I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know if it's going to happen from the e-commerce side. But at the moment, it is a mystery unto itself. We have to hope it's coming from the e-commerce side. I don't know where else the growth can come from, because I don't see any other divisions being created. I don't know. It's all seems to be top secret. For some reason, the shareholders are in a not to need. They are not to be told information. They're in a not need to know position, and so the stock is down $20 right now in the pre-market. That's what you get when you don't share the vision or give us a clue or a hint at greatness to come. And Ryan Cohen, this game of you being a secretive kind of guy and playing these little games with these little Instagram messages and stuff, they're cute and all, but they are childlike. And you're 30 something years old. You're acting like it, and I don't think we need that right now. You've got billions on the line of your own dough, children's dough, inheritance, estate planning. Time to grow up. Why don't you become like Steve Jobs and really show us where you're at? Maybe you can't do it. I get it. Maybe you're not Steve Jobs. I'm not saying you aren't, but could you be promotional somehow? Could you somehow be out front? You're pulling the strings. We know you are. You're behind the curtain over there, Wizard of Oz. We know you're there, but the Emperor has no clothes. We're beginning not to believe it, and we're beginning to get frustrated with this constant quarter after quarter after quarter frustration where we're not given a reason to be excited. You've had your grace period. The grace period is come and gone. Everyone gets one. You're quickly running out of time on that front. You've got to show us something. And yet last night was your opportunity. 3 months ago was your opportunity. 6 months ago was the opportunity of a lifetime that was blown to the smithereens of all smithereens. PR people around the world are doing what I'm doing right now. See this? See what they're doing? They're holding their brains in their heads. They're holding their heads together. Well, more people than me have hair, though, so you can't see them doing it. They're holding their heads together with all the hair they have, because I don't have hair anymore. Because they're worried about their heads exploding and their brains spilling out in sheer frustration of how you guys can't understand that at one point yesterday evening, you had 7,500 people sitting on your YouTube channel, the GameStop YouTube channel, waiting for you to talk. 7,500 anticipatory people. I have 654 people watching me live right now. Not even a tenth of what you had waiting last night, patiently waiting for you to talk. And when you talked, you didn't talk. I mean, talk about letting these folks down. How many shares were represented by those 7,500 people? How many millions of shares were represented of your company? You just let them down. You let them down yet again. It's just driving me nuts. It's really frustrating. I love you guys, but you're testing my patience. I got to tell you, you're really putting the boots to me. And I'm just a guy trying to keep shareholders informed as to what's going on, trying to tell investors, here it is in plain English, folks. And I got to tell you, in plain English, the same old is going on, which is not good, not good enough, maybe. 179.73 right now is where the stock is. It could be 190 today. It could be 195 today. It really could. It could. We've had 100,000 trade in the pre-market. It's not like there's 5 million shares of selling coming in. It's not like that at all. But there's absolutely no buying interest coming into the stock at the moment. At the moment, there's virtually no interest in the stock. Because why would anyone be motivated to buy a stock where the management doesn't tell us what the hell they're doing? You're giving me the same old, same old. I get it, but you're not inspiring me, man. I need to be inspired. There's a lot of other stocks I could buy, and that's what people are thinking. I got a lot of other choices of stocks that I can go into. And why would I buy this stuff at 180, 190, 200, 210 if the upside is unknown? Where I could buy Apple knowing that next week they've got a show. They're going to show off the new iPhone. Or I could buy Microsoft. They just bought another company list this past week. They're growing leaps and bounds. I could at least buy IBM. YBM, because they're splitting their stock later this year. I mean, I could at least, I got something to hang my hat on. I can buy Rocket Lab. I can buy ME. I can buy SoFi. I have companies I can put my money into that are really trying to deliver some goods here. You guys just don't seem to be trying. What's the deal? 182 now on the stock, 181, 182. It'll jump around a couple of bucks. But where is this direction? I just don't know. And I don't like this idea about you coming up with an announcement next week or later today or tomorrow about a big deal. No, that's not how you do that. You could have been talking about this already going into earnings. I don't like playing this game where we have to go through this excruciating highs and lows of value, and then you give us nothing burgers. I don't like this game. This is really not good for our mental well-being. Investors don't like being chumped around like that. Anyway, that's Bruce. That's my take on it. We're 24 minutes away from the opening. 181.77 on GameStop shares. I don't know what to make of it. Anyway, your thoughts are always welcome here. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for those of you who are becoming members of this channel. I do appreciate it very much. Even with my ranting and raving and everything else, I think you deserve the plain English explanation of what is or is not going on. It is ridiculous. What can I say? It is a frustrating situation here. Over on the 23andMe right now, what are we sitting at right now? 817, up 14 cents a share on 12,000 volume. Smart Rent closed at 1248 last night. We're at 1250 here. No volume at this point. SoFi closed at 1547. It's at 1539, down 8 cents. Fair enough. We've got Matterport closing at 1587 last night. We're at 1591 this morning. Not much going on there at the moment. ATIP closed at $4 yesterday, giving up like 50 cents in movement this past couple of days. We're at 410 right now on 21,000 shares of volume. Over on Apple right now, 155.40, up 28 cents, holding on to a bit of a gain there. We lost 158 yesterday, so we're getting a little bit of it back, but not much. Rocket Lab, 1586, still up 77 cents in the pre-market on 153,000 volume. It's doing great. It's just fine. It was over 16 here a few minutes ago. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's doing great. Compared to GameStop, my God, this is doing incredibly well. GameStop right now, as I say, frustrating as all get up. 179.91. There you go. That's where we're at on some of our other favorites. Welcome all to the show. We've got the Dow now down only 7 points. Down only 5. We've got S&P down 1.6. We have NASDAQ up 2. So the markets are turning in the other direction. Oil off 54 cents. More talk coming out this morning through some of the shows about the stronger likelihood that the S&P 500 may have already topped out and might be at its peaks for a while. There's talk with some brokerage firms, Bank of America being one, and others who are saying this S&P 500 index has done really well. It's sitting at 4,510 right now. But there are some who are saying that within the next 6 months, we're going to be at 4,200. We're going to be 300 points lower. And the reasons they're giving are multiple. There isn't one single reason. There's many reasons why there's talk, loose talk, estimations, reasonable guesses as to why the indexes might back off a bit. Not because of a correction. That's not it. It's because of a realignment of earnings expectations. Stocks right now are trading at a very high multiple. I keep talking about the price earnings multiple of stocks. And you cannot trade at high multiples very long. You can do it for a while, yep, but you cannot sustain these kinds of multiples long term. The investment community will not stand idly by and hold investments that are way overvalued from a PE multiple point of view. You either have to be showing phenomenal profit growth on a consistent basis, or you've got to be paying a cash dividend that is just kick-ass gorgeous. And there's very little of that going around right now. Apple, for example, is trading at 30.3 times earnings. So that's high. That's too high. Now, if the company could double their profits, they would be trading at 15 times future earnings. If they could prove to us that they'll be double their profit per share in the next, say, year, the shares would be trading at 15 times future earnings. But they can't show us that. They can't show us doubling of their profit. They could probably show us 15, 20%, 25% growth in profits, which is phenomenal, incredibly great. For the largest company in the world to grow at that pace is unbelievable. But that puts the stock at too high a price on a PE multiple basis longer term. Because analysts are going to say, all right, Apple's doing great right now. Apple's coming up with a show next week talking about the new iPhone and their new computer and their watch and whatever else they're going to talk about. Great. Christmas is coming. Oh, great. The shares right now are priced to perfection, and they're priced to perfection 2 years out, not 1 year out. They are priced to perfection for quite some time going forward. There's no doubt about it. Apple will make more money than last year, this year. They will make more money the year after that than this year. They are going to make more money. But will they make enough more money? Because the shares are ahead of their earnings at the moment. They're pushing higher. And the attitude out there and the wonderment is the same thing can be said for Google, Amazon, Microsoft, all the FANG stocks are all being grouped in here as really trading high multiples on expected earnings. But is this sustainable? And this nasty little term keeps coming up with regards to all of the S&P 500 companies that make up the 500 index, and that is supply chain problems. This term keeps coming back and back. I bring it up every couple of days, and most of you just turn off the volume. You don't want to hear about it. But this is a problem child that keeps coming back for Thanksgiving every year. And the family has to look at this thing. They have to hear it. This supply chain delivery problems are now beginning to concern analysts to the point where they're starting to say, a lot of these S&P 500 companies' stocks are trading at really high prices compared to how much money they clear, how much money they make. And what's starting to screw these guys up here and here and here and here, it's like the measles. We're getting to see these red dots all over the place. Supply chain problems are beginning to show up, and they're beginning to affect quarterly results, quarterly predictions from coming true. And this is where corporate America, corporate Canada, corporate Europe, corporate G20 companies are beginning to have to come to the market and say, we thought we would make $1.60 a share profit in the fourth quarter. Now it looks like it's $1.52. It's not a disaster. We're not going out of business. We're just not able to hit that perfect number we were striving for. We're going to be just short. And what that means for the stock is an immediate 15 to 20% drop. No mercy. Down she goes. And this can happen. This could be happening over the next few months with a whole bunch of stocks as they do not deliver the goods. Now, those companies who don't pre-divulge this news, who kind of keep it quiet and leave it as a surprise announcement, their shares will really get whacked. The companies that come out up front and say, we have to readjust our guidance, or we've been saying to you that we can't give you guidance because of uncertainty. We can tell you this much. We now know in the next month from now, our upcoming quarter will not be what we thought it would be. At least they're upfront about it. And the market will be a little more forgiving. Shares might recover sooner rather than later. But for those companies who say nothing and deliver the bad news on release date, that's not good stuff, because there's all kinds of lawyers out there and law firms out there willing to sue any public company if they get a whiff of mischievous practices, like holding back info that you knew you had. You knew you had it. You knew it. You chose not to share it with your shareholders, and then they were in for a 20% drop. We're going to sue you for half of that. Not good. And so the S&P 500, the Dow, the NASDAQ, there might be some surprises to the downside on some of these stocks, which could affect the S&P overall indexes as a whole. This is what's coming out now. More and more of this is coming out to us from the Bank of Americas, the JP Morgans, the Goldman Sachs, these analytical firms are starting. The analysts are coming out going, yeah, we got problems here. There are container ships not operating at full capacity. There are many containers in China that are sitting not full of merchandise, or there are many containers that are full of merchandise that can't get onto a container ship to get to America, to get to Belgium, to get to Argentina, to get to wherever it's got to go to deliver the goods to be paid for their services. There's a whole bunch of supply chain problems here that are popping up all over the place, and it's going to start affecting the bottom line of not just mom and pop companies and small distribution companies, but the major publicly traded companies that we all know and love, because they are really into the international business. It could possibly be an ugly situation. We'll be watching for that. The GameStop right now, 180.40 right now, down 18.40 a share. There it is, 180.40. That's what you get when you give us a bullshit conference call performance like last night. Another one, not the first one. It's not the second one. It's the third one that I've had to endure. And this is what you get. You get the market going, this is crap. This is garbage. This performance sucks. Why should I care? Why should I be loyal to these guys? They're not being loyal to me. I'm waiting for results. I'm holding the stock through thick and thin, and you're giving me crap. This is not what we wanted. We didn't sign up for this. 1604 on RocketLab, last report. Now 1592. Pardon me. And we've got what do we got over here? We got 23andMe sitting at now 8.14 a share, and SoFi is sitting at 15.39, down 8 cents on 168,000 shares. Actually coming on. They were as low as about 15.20, 15.15 this morning. Now 15.39 and climbing. Still down 8 cents from last night's close, but coming on to that level. So that's better. All right, there you go, kids. There's where we're at. What can I say? What can I say? I want GameStop to go to the moon. Sure I do. Yeah, I want you guys to get rich on GameStop. I really do. But they got to help themselves as well. They got to deliver something to us. So I think you deserve more. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the morning rant from your buddy Uncle Bruce. We're 11 minutes away from going live on the markets here, and I thank you all for popping in to see us today. Jen and I, as I say, we are surrounded by boxes. The echoes are getting more pronounced. I now am sitting on a couch or a love seat rather than my crappy old chair, because the chairs are all gone. We have literally done a dump run yesterday. We hired a couple of guys to do a dump run for us, and did we offload stuff? Oh my gosh, did we ever offload stuff yesterday? We've said goodbye to 8 dining chairs, that were admittedly very low quality, and they were cheap to buy when we bought them a decade ago, and they've served us well. But we've had to say our goodbyes to these chairs. They're in the dump now. Goodbye. We've kept our table. We have a table back here. We've kept it, but the chairs are long gone. We'll replace those when we get a new place down the road. Thank you for the 249 or 250 thumbs up so far of this ranting and raving lunatic show. It's nice to have that coming through. I appreciate all of you who are hanging out with us today. Those of you who are, a number of you are starting to get a hold of me. You're looking for one-on-one get-togethers, one-on-one private sessions with me. And I want you to know that starting next weekend, we'll be up and running again. Not this weekend, but next weekend. So if you are interested in having a one-on-one consultation with yours truly, Saturday, September 18th, Sunday, September 19th, spots are available in the mornings and in the afternoons, Eastern time. So if you'd like to have a one-on-one consultation to kind of go over your life or your situation, your future, your thoughts, let me know. I'll get you booked in. It's a 400 US an hour for 1 hour sessions. I'm probably going to offer a couple on each day, like two Saturdays, 2 Sundays going forward. So if you want a session the week after that or the week after that, send me a private email. The email address down below, brucefarmer@hotmail.com. Send me an email, say, hey, Bruce, I'd like to have a one-on-one. Can I get a Saturday morning session, October the whatever, or September the whatever, or a Sunday afternoon or whatever. I'll see what I can do to schedule in. Hopefully I won't interfere with your NFL schedules or anything else. We'll do the best we can, and we'll set those up, at least for a while. There will be weekends where I won't be able to do them at all because we're traveling and we won't be available. I'll let you guys in on that as I know. But we are opening up September 18 and 19 at this moment. That weekend is open for private one-on-ones. I'd love to talk to you about that. Those of you going to my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca, thank you. You can find the lessons there on how to write call options, put options, spreads, aggressive option strategies, how it works, all with examples with stocks that we talk about here all the time. I have GameStop examples all the time on there. I have IBM examples. I have other examples. Check it out at your leisure. I think it's an investment worth your money. I've already had a ton of people come back to me and say, Bruce, I spent $100 on your class, lesson number whatever, and I've already made $5,000 because of what you showed me. And you've changed my life. There are a number of you out there who have probably figured out in the last 6 months, you might not have to go back to work like you used to have to go back to work. You have figured out, I don't have to do this job anymore where I commute in and out every day. I can actually pretty well make a living just managing my affairs because of what Bruce has been showing us and how how option writing works and writing puts works, this type of thing. And I'm thrilled for you guys. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. It's always been available to you. It's always been there. It's just you have to understand how it works. And if you put the time in, you will be rewarded handsomely for your time. That's the thing that you have to buy into, though. You have to buy into putting in the effort to figure out how this game works and being open-minded about it. You cannot be closed-minded about the idea of managing your portfolio. This is what professionals want to do with your money if you had enough of it. Unfortunately, many of you have capital that you can manage. What you don't realize is you have enough capital at your disposal to change your life completely and theoretically be self-employed and no longer be a full-time employee for someone else. You can now work for yourselves on a part-time, quasi-full-time basis. You don't have to work 18 hours a day to manage your portfolio. This is not required. I want to assure you of that. You can literally manage your own portfolios for a few hours a day if you want to, and do quite well by it. But the first step is yours. You have to make the first move. And my recommendation is, if you're hanging out here, you're learning just through osmosis, you're learning a lot. But the other way to do it is head to my website, check out those 10 lessons I put up with Jennifer, and just start watching them. They're 2 hours each, so it's an investment of time. It's $100 for 2 hours. Or you can spend an hour with me for $400. You can spend, give me $400 for an hour, or put $100 into there and get 2 hours of instruction and watch the lessons you want to watch when you want to watch them, and rewatch them and rewatch them and rewatch them. You might find yourself in a position a month from now, 2 months from now, you're going to go, my God, he was right. I can make more money doing this than my day job. Why have I got a day job? What am I doing? Perhaps, though, you may want to only work part-time instead of full-time, and do investment on the side as well. Whatever works for you. The world is wide open, but there's some upside here. You got to want it, though. You got to want it. Thank you, everybody, for popping in and hanging out. We're on members-only chat right now. Thank you, all non-members who've been here this morning. We love you, and I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're following us and sitting here and catching up on what's going on. We hope to convince you. I hope that you can be convinced to become a member of this channel. The members of this channel are the backbone of my existence. Jennifer and I would not be able to put the time in, and certainly from this angle here, I could not put in the time that to keep you updated on these markets without the memberships that we have. You've changed our lives dramatically, and now we're going to take you with us as we become traveling nomads. Let's go for a spin. See what we can do. Can't wait. We're almost at opening time. We got 3 minutes to go before we start trading for real here on the regular markets. We got GameStop at 180.64. Pre-market quotes coming in for the last few minutes now on 145,000 shares of volume. We've got RocketLab and SoFi trading right now. SoFi is sitting at looks like down. What is it? Down 8 cents at the moment. I've got 23andMe sitting at $8.15 a share, up 12. I see RocketLab now at 16.23. 16.23 on RocketLab, just coming into the opening, up $1.14 a share on 204,000 volume pre-market. 16.28 now on RocketLab. It looks like it's going to have a lovely opening here. And GameStop right now is going to be off about $18 a share, give or take. It's at 180.34 pre-market, 146,900 volume, 147,000 practically now at 180.38 on GameStop. RocketLab 16.23, showing pre-market activity right at this moment in time. Amazing, just fantastic. The difference is stark, is so stark between one and the other. There it is. That's where we're at, guys. Let's see what happens. Last rant from Creston, says David. Yeah. Oh, the rants will be completely different once I'm out of here. Oh, man. Mike It Happens says there's buy orders between 150 and 178. Let's see who gets how much. And let's see what else is going on. Oh, goodness gracious. Thank you all. I couldn't agree more, Uncle Bruce. My husband said, you sound exactly like me after the call yesterday. I was pissed. There you go. There you have it. Let's see. The call was lame, says W. Diggs. Yep, they were. It was ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Really disappointed in how that went. Anyway, what can I say? Oh gosh, what else is going on here? We're watching all kinds of activity here. We are ready to roll here within a minute. We are about to go. I'm looking at Kramer here. I can see my TV now. It's behind this screen. I have to kind of do this. Kramer's talking about Lululemon up 13.9%. They're very happy with Lululemon's performance. I would have talked about Lululemon, except I don't talk about Lululemon. I don't follow the company. I don't tell you guys to buy the product. I don't tell you to buy the stock. So I'm not an authority to talk about Lululemon. Yeah, it's up, but I'm not a Lululemon follower. I'm following GameStop. I'm following Rocket Lab and many others that I'm watching, and we'll just see what's going on. Oh, SG&A, selling, general, and administrative expenses, by the way. Thank you for that. I knew it was something about this. I was trying to remember what was the initials for again. Too old and tired, but yes, admin. I knew the admin part. It's an earnings call. Ding, ding, ding. Bruce Wallace farts. There you go. We're open. The bells are ringing. They're clapping. Yay, we're here. Okay, well, let's see what we're going to do here. The airlines, by the way, have come out with statements along the fact that we're going to lose money in the third quarter. Duh. Like, no kidding. Like, if any of you thought that airlines are going to make money, you were all sadly mistaken. There's no way they're making money. They're bleeding like crazy. They're going to keep bleeding money because people refuse to wear masks and get vaccinated. That's why airlines are bleeding money, and it's going to continue. The morale will stay this low, and so the beatings will continue. Sorry, folks. Rocket Lab 1696 is an indicated first trade. $16.96, up $1.87 a share on Rocket Lab. You got to love that. From ear to ear, I'm smiling. This stock will just keep right on rolling. 1721 on Rocket Lab. Hoping some of you have call options and you're doing rather well on them. And you're going to do very, very well. SoFi down 12 cents, 15.35, 15.36. GameStop 180.94, down 17.86 a share. Matterport down 15 cents to 15.72. 23andMe looks like at 8.14 market right now. 8.12 up 9 cents. Smart Rent 12.77 up 29 cents. We've got some green here. Spire Global 11.20 on 4,900, down just 2 pennies. ATIP is sitting at 4 last night. I'm not sure if we have an opening yet. We're waiting for that. Sexter up 9.98, up 4 cents so far this morning. IBM down 88 cents this morning. The Dow down 143, it looks like to indicate, but no, I'm correcting myself. Down 44 on the Dow. I just refreshed my machine. S&P down 3.6, NASDAQ down 1.7. So the markets are off just a bit, but nothing serious here. We could have a turnaround at any point in time there if it wants to. Oil down $1.28. There it is. Wahoo. Let's see what's going on here. Welcome. Rocket Lab is the winner. 1723 up 214 today. That's right. Get used to this. And I'll tell you, some of your other SPACs, you will see this from some of your other SPACs. Sooner or later, this will happen, but you've got to wait it out. That's all I can tell you. You got to wait it out. What can I say? Almost 500,000 in 4 minutes. Pretty cool stuff. 1.49 million on Rocket Lab. SoFi traded 626,000, down 17 at 15.30. GameStop 180 on 450,000 shares. 180.98, down 17.82 on GameStop. So that's what we're at here on the GameStop shares. The low of 178.54, high of 184.84. And we're at 180 right now. Let's see. What else is going on? SoFi, $45 calls for next year. Let's go, baby. Right on. NTPC, I still have $10 calls on Rocket Lab. You're now $7 in the money plus premium. Way to go, Michael. It's about time you make some decent money here. I chickened out on Rocket Lab, 1750s at 3:59 p.m. yesterday. Oh, my goodness gracious. Love all. Yes, Nicholas, buy them all. GameStop hit SSR. I'm sure it did. 183.76 on GameStop. A little rally here. Trying a little comeback maybe. 17.17 on Rocket Lab, up 208. We're down a dime on SoFi. We're coming back up a bit here. Matterport is up 7 cents to 15.95. Now up 8, 15.95. ME up 7 to 8.10. Smart Rent up 29. Spire down 2 pennies. ATIP up a penny. Sextera up 4 cents. AMC down 84 cents. Robinhood right now down up $1.21. Vectors up 76 cents. Home Depot up $1.94. IBM down only 57 cents now coming back. The Dow is plus 7 points. The Dow is up. S&P is up. NASDAQ is up. The markets have turned just barely positive. Microsoft down a nickel. Apple up 94 cents. Tesla up 7.30. Bed Bath Beyond up 31. BlackBerry up 9. Royal Caribbean up 39 cents to 80.68. Still time to buy put contracts on Royal Caribbean. Goldman Sachs up 86 cents. Still have time to buy call options on Goldman Sachs. Long-term call options. That's a $700 stock down the road, which is at 405 right now. The bargain right there. Amazon up 19.90. Facebook up 37 cents. Google down 360. Target up 75 cents. JP Morgan up 70 cents. Walmart up 33. Cisco down 21. NVIDIA up $1.15. Those are some of the stocks we like to follow the most right here, right now. Rocket Lab definitely the big winner again. 17.15 a share, up 206. All of you holding call options and shares of Rocket Lab, you deserve every dollar you make because this company is on a roll. Nice. Let's go. My Rocket Lab call option for January 10th strike price is up $450 US. That's right, baby. You're rocking and rolling here. Rob, Austin, I averaged down on ATIP when it took its big dip to the $2-3. Sold them all and I got out at around $4.50. Took a $1.50 loss per share, but tossed into the Matterport before it shut up. So overall, I'm even on it. There you go. People jumping around in stocks here and there. However, you have to do what you got to do. 1702 on Rocket Lab. A 15.49 up 2 cents now on SoFi. GameStop is 182.49 down 16.31. Matterport up a dime. Some ME up 19. Smart Rent up 19. So we're moving. Fenneville, hey there. How you doing? Thank you for this $5 donation. I got cash covered put on GameStop at 192.5 this week. I should buy it back for a loss of $350. Don't want to buy at that price. What are your thoughts? GameStop 192.50. Should I buy it back for a loss of $350? Well, if the shares recover a little here to 186, 188, you'll probably break even on the whole thing. On the other hand, too, you're at the moment obviously $10 in the money on this contract, right? But the shares, I don't know if they're going to fall off that much here. They're quite resistant to a dip at this moment. 182.79. We're down only $16. The shares, I would give this a couple of hours right now, Fenneville. Just, if they reach 185, 87, 88, it's a nothing burger. I doubt you're going to get exercised. Now, I'm wondering, are you expiring tomorrow? If you are, then I understand your thoughts. And obviously, if the shares pop up to 183, 85, you could probably just walk out of here breaking even. Losing 350 is not the end of the world either, obviously. And you could theoretically buy this one back, turn around, and write a 175 put, cash secured put, and a few weeks further up and maybe play that game, take a larger premium, and so buy this one back, write another put further ahead, take a bigger premium. You can play this game. So a couple of thoughts there. Do what you need to do. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm glad I didn't write those 1750 covered calls on Rocket Lab. Yeah, me too. 1743 now. Let's see. Love me some Rocket Lab. Let's see. I did what you described with ONTX. I don't know what that is. I made all my money back on another stock within a week. I don't think anyone predicts ATIP was going on higher time shooting. People are talking to each other, I guess. John Van, I got a $300 call for GameStop next Friday, 94 cents. Cross your fingers. Why can't Rocket Lab take a hit post earnings like GameStop? Wanted to pick up a bunch on the dip. 1760 now, up to 51. GameStop now up to 182, down $16. SoFi up 15 cents to 15.62. And Matterport 16.20 up 33. ME up 17 to 8.20. SmartRent up 32 to 12.80. Spire down 2 cents. ATIP up 3. Sextera up 3. Almost all green, but for GameStop and for Spire, it's only off 2 cents. So interesting morning. We're going to see 18 on RocketLab today, 17.59. Since RocketLab Options Chain does not have many expiration dates past Jan 22, does it make sense to roll calls up at some expiration date then roll further out? Don't want to get into 2023. Yeah, I mean, look, if you've made a nice little dollar on these RocketLab contracts and you're still going up right now, you can always roll out of what you have if you've got 10s or 1250s or 15s and roll into future 1750s or 15s. But what I would be doing is taking money off the table. So if you are, I don't know, let's say you put in $1,000 and you've turned it into $2,500, you might want to put $1,500 into new options and take $1,000 off the position and just have that in your account as dry powder for something else. You might want to play that. But right now, $17.92, up $2.70 a share here. And still running. So let the stock run. You don't want to get in the way of it. Right now, we're sitting at volume of 2.99 million shares in 11 minutes, 1778 on the stock. I don't know if anyone's short this stuff. I God help them if they are. But it is definitely on a roll here. SoFi 1552 up a nickel. GameStop 179.07 just dropped a couple of bucks. 178.70. Matterport up 35 cents to 16.22. MAE up 14 cents to 8.17. SmartRent 12.78 up 30 cents. We're up 8 cents on ATIP to 4.08. Sextera up 4 to 9.98 right now. IBM right now down 32 cents a share. The Dow up 59 points. We're improving nicely, now up 66. S&P up 8, and NASDAQ up 38. So we got a good market going today. We've been oversold probably with 4 straight down days. I went ahead and bought back a C cover call I wrote on GameStop yesterday for about a $615 profit. And now folks can buy them back for even more profits. Swinton, I bought RocketLab around 10. Wrote 12.5s for October. Then rolled to 19 for January. If I get taken out 19, I'm a happy camper. There you go. 1833 on RocketLab. You can always roll forward to 22.5s. Rob, maybe wait for the next little run up on the ATIP and cut your losses, though. Tough choice to make at these amounts, though. I believe that. Mike, I kind of want to wait for the CEO news, but it's going to be 3 years before it hits 750. Well, Austin, you have your opinion. Everyone else will have theirs. I don't think it's going to take 3 years. Not with a company with $600 million cash on hand. I don't think so. Mr. G, $2 donation. Second quarter GameStop paid off debt. Without that, they are profitable. There you go. Coral, I'm an idiot. I've sold 3 covered calls on RocketLab. Who told you to do that? Did I ever say write covered calls on RocketLab? No. I wrote 3 at 12.50. Should I just let it be executed or look for another opportunity? Do a rollover. Buy these back and sell $20 calls. Good for 6 months from now or 8 months from now. Roll up, roll over. That you're not done yet, Coral. You're not done. You got to take my lessons, man. You got to take my lessons. Uncle Bruce, how did RocketLab get around the upfront one-time SPAC-related expenses that hurt SoFi so badly when they reported earnings, or did they just have the same types of losses? I don't know. I don't know if they pre-booked it already. Whether the company that the SPAC booked it. I don't know. I don't know how that's going down. Rob, or if they still have time on it, maybe wait for the price to come back a bit and then buy them back and roll over. We're at 18.58 right now on RocketLab, up $3.49 a share. All your call contracts are surging wonderfully. And I congratulate all of you who are long calls. Nicely done. Michael, I almost bought your calls. Uncle Bruce, at what strike and expiration date should I something back the GameStop covered call for $250? So are you talking about buying back your 250 covered calls for GameStop? You're just about there now. You're kind of close. You might want to look at buying them back here, and maybe if you're in a position to do so, if you can buy these back and sit for a bit, the shares climb to 182, 84, 86. Maybe you write 195s for tomorrow, 195 200s for next Friday. Bring in some nice fat juicy premiums for a week. Decide to roll back. There you go. Talking about rolling back. Got it. Auntie, no, buy them back, Coral. Do you really want to sell 100 of your awesome Rocket Lab shares for only $12.50? That's right. Roll those Rocket Lab. 1918. I just saw 1918 on Rocket Lab. Plus side, sold January 23 call on GameStop last week at a $400 strike. I pocketed $8,700. I just bought it back for $4,500. Nice, quick, little $4,200 profit. Thank you, GameStop and Uncle Bruce. Mr. Seneca, way to freaking go, man. That's exactly what you're doing right there. Easy, $4,200. Sweet. That is a sweet little ride. You can do whatever you want with that money. That is a good going. Nice going. SoFi has good earnings, goes down. GameStop has good earnings, goes down. Rocket Lab has good earnings, goes up. Make up your mind, people. 1886 on Rocket Lab, 1556 on SoFi, up 9. Rocket Lab 1911, up $4 right now. GameStop 180 again, down 18. Matterport 1617, up 30. ME up 21 cents to 824. Smart Rent up 30 to 1278. Spire still down 9 cents. ATIP up 7 cents. Sextera up 14 cents at 1008. Very important that Sextera be over $10. That is important. Psychologically, very good. Joe N. Credit Suisse initiates coverage on SoFi with a neutral rating. Price target $16.50. Still higher than what it's trading at. Pat, Uncle Bruce just got here. What are your thoughts on SoFi's neutral rating from Credit Suisse? It's okay. They want to give it a neutral. They want to be kind of, wishy-washy by now. I think that Credit Suisse will up the rating the minute they get the bank charter. That's probably what they're waiting on. They're just sitting back going, you get that bank charter, booyah, we'll give you a recommended buy, and we'll pump the target to $25 a share. So just stand by, kid. Make it happen. Stock markets with Bruce. Don't see you recommending put writing very often. What do you think about writing puts on GameStop? Yes, I would recommend that. I would recommend writing put contracts on GameStop, the 150-60 range. Yes, I would. And I would be going forward a couple of months. I'd bring in a big, fat, juicy premium. Exactly what I would recommend. So that if you need to buy it, you're buying it at 120 or so. Yes, I would recommend you do it. If you can get them that juicy, I would look into that. Bought my first call last week on MU when it dropped to $68.50. Bought a $70 call for $4.55 for October 15. The day it went to $68.50. Thanks, Bruce. There you go. I'm happy for you. Making money is what I want to see people doing around here. That is good stuff. MU, where are we at right now? 71.87. Giddy up, baby. Love it. 1862 on Rocket Lab. It's jumping everywhere. SoFi 1557. GameStop 180.11 coming back. Matterport 1599. ME 828. Smart Rent 1278. What a morning. Uncle Bruce, we are big boys. Take the L and move forward. As Cheddar Stacks 15,000 volume on ATIP. Larry, hey, I didn't get my bell reminder from Thinkorswim. Hey, what's going on here? Zzz, from Cheddar. Nice super sticker. Thanks, buddy. Thank you for joining us and becoming a member. And thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate it. 181 on GameStop. 181.32, 182.75. GameStop coming higher now. Those of you who are buying back your covered calls, this is your opportunity. You might be able to rewrite new ones, or you can do rollovers by buying back these 250s, 260s, 280s, 300, buying them back and writing brand new contracts in that 210, 20 range for next week or the week after. 183.78 on GameStop. Cheddar, haven't logged into my Fidelity yet because I don't want to see the red. Laugh out loud, Bruce, going to start roasting us now. Grab some quick Rocket Lab, $17.50 calls expiring 9/17 for 137 shortly after open. I'm already up a lot. take your profit. 1840, take some profits. You can always buy them back later today again. It's only red if you believe it's red. Not every broker offers rollovers. My old account at Chase did not let me roll over. You had to move to Fidelity to be able to do rollovers. I hear you there, Nazareth. That is true. Make it happen. Make it happen. Keep in mind, SoFi has historically been shorted as well, historically. They've got competition in the financial industry. Rocket Lab does not. Michael, $19 Rocket Lab. It did do it. It did do it. I bet one Yoko song, GameStop hits 1 million volume before 9:05. Well, I gambled on the wrong side of the Rocket. Rocket Lab hit 1930. What can I say? Nephew Nick, Rocket Lab's lockup still locked up. No worries yet. If the Rocket Lab reaches 1950 to 20 today, you might want to look at writing some Rocket Lab call contracts. You might want to look at writing 2250s or 25s for a month or two and take some big fat juicy premiums. It's now getting to that point where it's getting close. You never know. There's opportunities. You don't want to necessarily be long calls. You might start wanting to be writing calls on your stocks, especially if you bought them cheaper. Of course, you must have. Beautiful. I'm not sure why my text is sometimes doubled. It says, Michael, come on, $20 Rocket Lab. Come on, don't win. I bought my 250 cover calls. I think it's a good time now. Rocket Lab is freaking me out, says Andy. I have my turban and crystal ball and envelope. Johnny Carson incarnation I am, even though I was alive when he was on here. Papa Gamer, hey, SoFi, take a look at what Rocket Lab is doing, please, and thank you. Come on, SoFi, imitate. Stacks sells all his SoFi, buys Rocket Lab at 19. Rocket Lab goes back to 15. Watch this, boys. Not doing it, but that's how it would go. Switch the whole milk to wash that bagel down and change your life like drinking ice cream. Anthony, 1,000 shares on Rocket Lab, over 80%. Yeah, please do it. I put some $14 puts on Rocket Lab yesterday. I think it would crash on earnings or profit taking. Laugh out loud. Rocket Lab, 1831 up 334. SoFi, 1563 up 16 cents. GameStop, 187.91 down only 10 to 89. Finneville, I have a feeling that put contract of yours is not down 350 anymore. You're looking better. Matterport, 1617, 1620 now on Matterport, up 33 cents. And 23andMe up 30 cents to 833. SmartRent up 31 to 1278. Spire only down a penny. ATIP up a dime to 410. Sextera up 6 cents to $10. IBM down 27 cents. Why, IBM? Why? Happy first day of the NFL season. Going to see a lot of SoFi commercials every Sunday. Rob, take your profits on Rocket Lab, folks. 1866. 1650 Solaris for SoFi. What a joke. Agreed, anti-PC. That is the recommendation and price target by, Credit Suisse. Kareem, Rocket Lab isn't a meme stock. That's why. Cheddar, Rob, but did you buy big BBG puts? Joanne, Credit Suisse feels obligated to cover SoFi after some arm twisting. Eventually has more analysts pick the SoFi. Each will want to be more accurate than their peers. Cheddar, I did, and they did pay off when they dropped from 11 to 7. Got out of them before they went back up. Let's see here. Cheddar, I lost it all. I appreciate the sale on GameStop, though. Right now, GameStop, 184.68. Flesh infection. I should have figured that SPAC. I didn't buy it and would have taken off. Forrest Trump, Mama always said there would be days like this. Jake Bruce, I realized that a $2,400 gain since Tuesday on a covered call I wrote on Tuesday. I realized a $2,400 gain. A year ago, I had no idea what a call option even was. Thank you, my man. Way to go, you guys. I just love watching you guys cash these in. This is so gratifying that you're taking me up on these ideas, and you just let me stocks give you all this money. I mean, these option gamblers are just throwing millions and millions into these stocks. And here you are taking advantage of these opportunities. I love it. And congratulations to all of you. Cash in your dough, and they're handing it to you. Take the money. I mean, why wouldn't you do that? I love it. Anyway, Rob, I don't hold on for too long anymore. So once I get some profit on the calls, I take it, I run, and I usually have an exit strategy. It's just usually wrong. So there's that. Michael, anti-PC, sold 10 of my Rocket Lab calls. Easy, $9,500. Woo woo. 186 on GameStop. Go GameStop. 183.85 right now. Rocket Lab to the moon. Literally, I mean, it's just going to the moon. Cheddar, see, that's the problem. I'm greedy still and looking for the long ball, missing out on a lot of profits because of it. I used to sell high and buy low, more swing trading. GameStop coming along. 1945 was the high. Price aim for Rocket Lab. We don't know. When it breaks 20, I would start looking at writing call contracts. That would be the signal. Anything over 20, I'd start writing Rocket Lab calls. Yep, I would. Now it's time to bring in the money from the option players. 187 on GameStop, 183.70. Go GameStop, go. That is awesome. Michael says anti-PC. Disappointing or no news will always lead to sellers, but there's a whole lot of new FOMOers in now that are looking at this as an opportunity to average down. Uncle Bruce, would it make sense to roll over my September 17 180 covered calls to 190 covered puts about a month or two out? I would be looking at writing put contracts on GameStop at 170.75s. I'd be writing those. That's where I'd be going if you're going to write put contracts. But on your 180 covered call, you could buy back your 180s and write 190 covered calls or 200 covered calls for next Friday or the Friday after that. You might want to look at that. Michael, Auntie, I think I may love it as much as you do now. 186 on GameStop. Has trading been halted on Rocket Lab at all? I don't think it has. 1805 last trade up 296. I don't think it has. Dude, Rocket Lab doubled their market cap in about a week. And I didn't buy it. Bought an ATIP. What an effing idiot I am. Bill, we got to 187 on GameStop. We're 183.52 right now. I feel you, says Flesh Infects and Whoops Caps. Cheddar. Awesome. I missed big on Rocket Lab too. I liked it, but I didn't want to sell my SoFi. Jake, Bruce, do you have any extra crystal balls lying around? They're all packed up. Auntie, I have two $400 calls on GameStop. 917. You can just let them expire worthless if you want. I'll stick to doing taxes. I'm hanging on to my Rocket Lab 12.5 January calls until 30.40 a share. Price at least. Am I crazy? You've got till January. You have all the time in the world to do what you want to do here. These shares could go much, much higher than this. Congratulations on your gains, and I think you're going to see more. So enjoy. 1.5 million volume before 9. 300, says John Van. AB, nope, I'm still holding half of my 10s too. Anti-Lafayette, see, Rocket Lab is a gem, baby. I always pay attention to my good feelings. Just wish I had gotten more calls. I did get a bunch, though, and it's all I could afford. John Van, you must hate money. Yes, always go through with the gut, says Cheddar, and yes, John hates money. Rob, Auntie, next good feeling you have, can you let me know? Don't forget to donate to Bruce to play. Yoko says, nice. Trump, I'm not crying. You're crying. John, it burns nice. Jacob, I'm glad some of y'all are doing good. I'm down $4,000 right now. Michael, Auntie, how's your gut on SoFi? I went fairly heavily on that. 15.73 right now in SoFi, up 26 cents. 18.40 on Rocket Lab. GameStop 182.45. Matterport 16.32. ME 8.38. BRB gotta go. Take a tip. Take on a tip. Way to go. I'm up 110% this year for listening to you, Uncle Bruce. Thank you for everything. Way to go, Nazareth. Nice job. Take an ATIP and wipe your ME. Okay. Oh, Matt. Some really. I'm kicking myself for buying ATIP over more Rocket Lab. At least I have 21 Rocket Lab. Austin Cheddar? Did you sell that ATIP and get more SoFi and Matterport? You would be up on that so far. Nice. Rocket Lab is because of the times. I will know better next time. Auntie, Michael, I think SoFi won't do much until the bank charter. I have two calls that are making me good money right now, but I won't sell them until after the bank charter. I'm banking on it. W. Diggs, I've been telling everyone about Rocket Lab for months now. Nobody listened. Well, that's just how it is. Austin, Cheddar Stacks, I haven't yet, but I'm so much of a kiddie. Michael, Auntie, I have about 20 calls and a lot of shares. Cheddar, scared money don't make money. Scared money don't make money. 1818 on Rocket Lab. SoFi 1574 up 27 cents. 182.99, almost 183 on GameStop, down 1581. Coming on again. Matterport 1632 up 45 cents. Looking good on Matterport. ME 840 up 37 cents. Go ME. Smart Lab up 41 to 1288. Spire up 14 now. Finally turned it. Up on the day, 11.36. We're up 14 cents on ATIP to 414. Sixtera up 7 cents. All the SPACs that I've been following are green. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Every one of them. Every one of the companies that used to be SPACs that I've recommended to you are in the green today. Yes, go. Go, baby, go. Let's see what happens. 182.31 on GameStop. 182.31 right now. All righty, guys. There it is. Thank you. All of you guys, way to go. Laugh out, don't listen to me. I'm some smooth-brained ape in the chat that should be working. 34 cents up on ME. Come on, poop, pop, poop and pop. Let's go, 11-12, like the other stuff. Rob, check out SFTW. They are associated with RocketLab and are still $10 SPAC like RocketLab a few weeks ago, already making me money. Well, good luck on all that. I just like the RocketLab a lot. 1851 on RocketLab, climbing again up 342. 1571 on SoFi. 181.91 on GameStop. 1639 Matterport. ME at 835. Smart Rent 1294, going for 13 now. Spire 1136 and ATIP up to 414. Sixtera 1001. IBM down 63 cents. The Dow up 79 points. We got S&P up 8. NASDAQ up 41. The markets are definitely on the plus side right now. I think they were oversold here. We're improving. GameStop improving to 182.87. Come on, GameStop. Okay. Woohoo. 1.7 million volume is great. Now go up, GameStop, says John. Michael, 8.7 million volume on RocketLab already. This is coming in huge. 2-year-old daughter sitting next to me watching Blippi. Guy is a freaking weirdo, but kids love him. Looked up his net worth, 50 million. Unreal. Rob, anti-PC, cool. Thanks for the tip. Yes, indeed. Go, guys, go. Freaking Blippi. My son loves the Excavator song. Oh, no. Oh, no. We got Blippi things going on here. 1844 up 335 on RocketLab. What a lovely day today on RocketLab. And on most stocks. They're all higher. Looking good. Up 51 cents on Matterport. 1638 now. Looking great. RCL straight up, little volume. Why the face? As Jen says, if TAP and PM are down, it's a good day. Rob, he is very punchable. Flippy thinks, Rob, my kids love that song too. There you go. 182.01 on GameStop at the moment. SoFi 1572 up a quarter. Pushing the high of the day here on 2.4 million volume right now. Looking good. We got GameStop pushing 1.8 million shares now. We have Matterport at 1638 volume on the day, 309,000, up 51, and we're at a high of 1640. We're right at the high. ME 838 near the high of the day, 325,000 volume. Very good. Smart Rent 1294 high of the day, up 47 cents on 37,000 shares. Very nice. Spire up 18 cents to 1140, right near the high of the day on 18,000 shares. Wow, is that light? ATIP up 14 to 414, 71,000 shares. Nothing on ATIP, no volume, and it's going higher. Very interesting. Sixtera 1001 on 114,000 shares, no volume, pushing 1001 right now. Wow, what a morning. What a morning. RocketLab 9.25 million. 1844, high of 1944, low of 1629. Someone sold it this morning at 1629. Are they kicking themselves right now already? What a nice move on RocketLab today. I hope many of you are sitting on juicy call options. The 10s, the 1250s, the 15s, the 1750s, all in the money. Looking good on RocketLab. No coming back on that one from what I can see here. Very nice. Very nice. I'm stretching my lower back out. Oh gosh, I'm in such pain, kids. All these boxes, the lifting, the twisting, the turning, the crying, the laughing, everything. Oh lordy, it's crazy. Thank you, everybody. Auntie Michael, yes, I have plenty of SoFi calls and lots of SoFi shares. I am scooping up as many as I can get now while it's low. It will pay one day. Get as many as you can. I agree. SoFi is going to pay big. It's 1572, and this thing is going to go. Thumbs from Michael. Austin, 3 years ago, wife and I were partying. Now, Blippi, life comes at you fast, laughing out loud. Salivating at the prospect of cashing out of this round of January calls and buying Goldman Sachs calls for next year. A RocketLab is my biggest gain. If it hits 30 within a month, might I consider Goldman Sachs or hold? Oh, man. Going either way looks good. Laugh a lot. I'm hoping SoFi stays low tomorrow so I can buy up to 40 more and make an even 400 on one account, 200 in another. I haven't even counted how many SoFi shares I have. Nice, says Bruce. Have you boiled an egg in Yellowstone? No. Rob, Austin, get a babysitter and drop them off at the rents. Go party hardy and be in bed by 9 o'clock. Recoup on sleep. Cloak. That was mentioned in the 10Q report for GameStop. The extent aggregate short exposure exceeds the number of shares of our Class A common stock available for purchase on the open market. Still bullish. Very interesting comment there. No one said anything in that conference call last night about this. 182.35 on GameStop right now. Double checking here. 179.45. We're actually down a little bit from that 182 level. And we've got good news on the jobless claims, which is helping the markets. The Dow's up 92, S&P up 11, NASDAQ up 52. GameStop 179.79 from what I can see here. 179.93 right now on GameStop. My phone system is not showing an update. Looks like 1844 on Rocket Lab, 1842 right now, 1858 on Rocket Lab, 1859 on Rocket Lab. We're going higher. Waiting for a Rocket Lab kind of a day, week on SoFi. This SBRT's going, baby. Way to go. Let's see here. Rob, I'm not sure if I can party anymore. It's been so long. Ev, as Uncle Bruce, is there any difference between buying back a covered call and writing a new one or just rolling over? There's nothing wrong with any of this. If you buy back a covered call and write a new one, that's just a rollover in slow motion. You can do that anytime you want. So buy back your calls and write a new call. Yeah, absolutely. That's a rollover, and it's all good. NTPC, nice, up $2 and climbing. Go, baby, go. 1856 on Rocket Lab, up 346 a share. SoFi 1580 now, looking good. GameStop 179.08. We have ATIP at 414, Matterport at 1630, SoFi 1580 now. Smart Rent 1312, up 64 cents on Smart Rent, moving. ME 841 up 39, moving. We're going higher here. Absolutely. Auntie says, yes, Rob, I am stoked. T-Bag. Hi, Bruce. Would you have ever rolled a covered call into a covered put? I haven't got a problem with that trade. Not on GameStop, I don't. But again, you can go any way you want on this. You can always write a covered put. And if you score the premium on that because the shares are staying above a certain price, great. That's a bullish call. That's a bullish bet. And the stock is down at 180. If you're feeling bullish about it, great. On the other hand, if you feel that 165 to 195 is the range now, if that's what we're going to be doing, and I don't know if we are, but we're at 180 here, then covered call writing is the way to go, perhaps. But covered put writing with a 170 or a 160 strike price on covered puts might be your move. So check your option premiums and see what you can get. Let us not forget David found a friggin' sibling from 23andMe report. Insane. Jake, as I try to buy back on a dip and sell a new one on the peak and make a bit of extra gain. Took me 1.5 hours to realize Bruce's background is different. I had SBRT at $2.90 a share, had 30 shares back in April. Wrong again. Flesh infections, Cheddar. Hey, let us know your next move. Auntie, laughing out loud. Rob, Cheddar, run your next move by Bruce and gang before you do it. Cheddar, I will. So then you can do the opposite and be rich. Then you will all need to send me a consultation fee. Petition to change Rocket Lab's name to Rocket Man. Yeah, Rocket Lab. Showing right now 1861, 1866. Looking good. We got GameStop 180.88, ATIP at 415, Matterport 1628, SoFi 1583, Smart Rent 1306, ME 840. Looking great on some of these stocks today. Absolutely. Cheers to all of you around the world who are checking me out the last time ever from Creston. Thank you all. From us to you. Jennifer and I will be in a truck tomorrow driving to Calgary. Long ride. We're going to be, I'll be on the air Monday morning from Calgary, as I hopefully won't be yawning as much, but I probably will be because I'm sure I'll be exhausted Monday. But I'll be on the air Monday for this channel and TWB. Hopefully all next week will be a regular week as usual. We'll do the best we can from Calgary. That first stop on our journey. Thank you, Rocket Lab, paying for my son's wedding in a few weeks. Nice surprise. Rocket Lab Moon, I own exactly 0 shares. Cheers, Bruce. Right on, you guys. Thank you, all of you. Thank you for those of you making donations to this channel. Thank you for PayPal donations. Thank you for memberships. Thank you for buying my lessons. Thank you for one-on-one consultation. You guys keeping us going here. We love you. Jen and I are able to do what we do because of you. And speaking of the incredible Jennifer, she's up. She's up in a boot. She's oop in the boot. Nice. Another $5 donation. Thanks for making me wealthy, Bruce. If anybody wants to go toe-to-toe with me with cash, let's go. If not, it's too easy to school these kids. Way to go. Nice. Making money. Does this mean the dog days of summer are over? I wonder. Let's go to 19 again for that Rocket Lab. Well, we are at 19. 1902 right now on Rocket Lab, up $3.93 a share on Rocket Lab. $19. SoFi, $15.80. GameStop, $180.40. Matterport now $16.34. ME, $8.38. SmartRent, $13.06. Spire, $11.31, up 9. ATIP, up 16 cents. $4.16. That's a 4% gain today. Cyxtera, up 6 cents to $10 even. IBM, down 16 cents, but only 16 cents. $18.87 again on Rocket Lab. Jumping around. Good morning, Jen from Rod. Rocket Lab at 19. Canaccord Genuity indicates coverage on Rocket Lab with a buy rating. Announces price target $30 a share, baby. You love that. Nice. I'd be happy for you, but it's hard when I'm getting pounded. Go markets, go. I made a decision to sell a lot of different stocks I had and consolidate into SoFi. That was my move. It's why I've missed out on Rocket Lab. Didn't get smoked on ATIP for me. I held Matterport and SoFi. Matterport and SoFi. SoFi, $15.77. Only $10 away from greatness, $20 away from justifiable pricing. Go SoFi, Rocket Lab, $18.78. Go, baby, go. Make people richer. $16.40 on Matterport, up 53 cents today on Matterport. Looking better all the time. I like the look of Matterport. I'd like to see it break 17. That would be really sweet. Even 18 would be nice. Come on, Matterport. Coming back. Matterport volume today, 400,000. That's all it took for Matterport to be at 51 cents right now. Very interesting day here today. Hello, Jen from John. Austin, Cheddar, yep, ATIP into SoFi is probably something I should do. I knew better, said Austin. AB, how much weight do price targets have when it comes to deciding what calls to write? If it's a new company, maybe carries less weight. Well, AB, it's just an analyst's opinion. I don't mind opinions thinking $30 price target on an $18 stock. I like that, but it is what it is. How you doing, Jim?
You abandoned the stool.
I'm not sitting on that wooden stool for 3 hours. It's not happening. I got sore back, sore knees, sore legs, sore everything. I'm not going to add to it with a sore butt. That's bad enough. I got to give myself a break here. Yeah. And I'm actually doing stretches on the couch here. I'm showing my viewers how to do stretches while on the couch and watching the market.
So it's
cross your legs and lean over,
and calisthenics.
Holding my knee down and stretching the lower abs. Oh gosh, the pain is undescribable. Well, it hurts. But all for the good reason.
Yeah.
Oh, keeping the stretches going.
Have you told them your true love when we get back to Calgary? Lorene.
Oh, I haven't talked about my girlfriend, Lorene. No, I haven't told him about that.
She touches him in special ways.
And Jen lets her do it.
Actually pays her.
Jen says pay her to do it. Now what's going on?
And then sometimes after you, she'll do me.
Then she touches Jen. Getting kinky now, isn't it? You thought this was a PG rated channel. All of a sudden, what's going on? Oh, that's why they're going back to Calgary. That's how they do it in their family.
Stick the needles in a...
Stick in the needles. Yeah, first she sticks me with needles. And she rubs me down. And this is my masseuse that I have missed for 5 years now. Oh, my muscles are going, oh, she's going to hurt you bad.
She's going to hurt you bad.
She's going to hurt Bruce, she's going to hurt you so bad. Oh, no. Is that one of those kiddie couches people wanted to know? Because after all, I'm only 4'8" tall. Yoga and Tai Chi with Bruce, holding 100,000 each SoFi and Matterport. Guys, in my office think I'm an idiot. They're probably right. Yeah, but you're going to be a rich idiot. There you go. I did great on Nokia, but it only went from 4 to 6. Too many shares outstanding. Oh my, laughing out loud. Credit Suisse. That sounds good. That sounds like me. I sold lots of stuff to consolidate into SoFi Matterport and got burned with ATIP though. You're going to retire in a couple of years, Austin. Oh, that's how it is in their family. Oh, that's how it is in their family. That's right. So we're all primed to be rich then. Perfect. Yes, you are. Going to be richer. Well, bagel day.
Bagel day.
Bagel day. What should I have on my bagel?
I don't know.
Cheese whiz, I'm thinking.
Yeah?
Cheese whiz, yeah, it's that everything bagel. If it were just sesame seeds, I'd have the grape jelly, but I can't.
We might have cream cheese too if you wanted to.
Shmia. Yeah, I'd do a butter and shmia.
If we have. I might have spoken out of.
If not, the old cheese whiz will work for me. Sure thing. 182.61 on GameStop. Come on, GameStop. RocketLab 18.19 up 310, backing off a bit here. Apple up 155.28 up 17. ATIP 415, Matterport 16.29, SoFi 15.64, SmartRent 12.93, ME 8.38. Little consolidation running around. We got the market up 147 on the Dow though, looking good. Up 14.79 on S&P and up 51 points on the Nasdaq. This market's going higher. Oil down 27 cents a barrel. Very interesting. What's happening here? See what's going on. Lost big on ATIP and ME, but I like my Matterport. Bought an October $15 call on SoFi a while back for $195 to experiment. Auntie said Ed Rooney. That's right. That's how it is in their family. Doesn't matter if it busts. I love you, SPRT. Way to go. We spread love all around. Rocket Lab now 17.93, now 18.18. Jumping about quite a bit here in Rocket Lab. SoFi 15.62. GameStop 182.84. Looks like it's going for 183 again on GameStop. Interesting. Very, 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 very interesting stuff. What's happening over at CNBC? Not much going on over there. Rocket Lab 18.19 up 310 a share. SoFi up 13 cents. GameStop 182.14 right now. Wahoo! Wahoo! Welcome one, welcome all to the show. Welcome all to the channel, and I hope you're doing okay. Haven't lost an ATIP. I haven't just holding it. Just staying on. Hang on to it. Don't do anything. Just 4 to 16. Buy on dips. Absolutely. Buy on dips on ATIP. From 4 to 8, it's double your money. 4 to 12 is triple your money. Buying those 250 calls way out for nothing. Cheap. Good move there. Nice leverage potential. ATIP sitting on a lot of cash and just about to get new management, so watch out. Hey, Uncle Bruce, I got some October Matterport and SoFi $15 calls on both, I guess. Do I try to get out this week or do I hang on for a couple more weeks? So you've got October calls on Matterport and SoFi. So Matterport 16.32, SoFi 15.60, in the money on both. SoFi can take off at any time. Matterport is already showing us the ability to go anytime. Matterport was $18 a couple of days ago. So if Matterport gets to this $18 level, you may want to just cash out of those. If SoFi takes a little shot here to 16, 17, you might want to roll over into December's or January's. Take a look at that. On both cases, keep an eye. Hey, Bruce, you probably answered similar question, but is part of the reason to do this channel now is you see this as a unique inflection point in history as far as retail investors and roaring 2020? Well, what I see here is a zillion of you guys who just don't have a stockbroker to talk to. You can't call a broker. You can't ask for their thoughts, pick their brain. You're stuck with the frequently asked questions section in your platform trading accounts. You're not allowed to talk to anybody at any of these brokerage firms because you don't have $1 million or $5 million or whatever now the minimum is, and so you're kind of on your own. And for a guy like myself, I see a unique opportunity in my retirement years where I can talk to investors about the markets, knowing that I'm not contradicting your broker because you haven't got one. So you're coming to me going, hey, man, I know you used to be a broker. You're following the markets. What's your take on it? What would you tell me to do if you were my broker? But I don't have to do your trades, and I don't have to worry about that. I can just give you my opinion. I can freely talk about anything I want because I'm just an observer. I don't own any stocks against you. I'm not trading against you or promoting you into something I've already got. I'm neutral and I can speak my mind without any fear of that. I love it. And so it works well for me because those of you who are donating to Jennifer and I, you're helping us in our retirement. We thank you. We're now going to start traveling a little bit finally, and you're helping us with that. We thank you. And if I can help you make money, I'm a happy guy. And you're helping us. How can I go wrong with this? Love it. We be jamming. We be jamming. Anyone notice about almost all of our stocks are green today? They were all red yesterday. They're green today. It was a sea of red yesterday. Today they don't have the short GameStop holding it down all day yesterday because the whole damn market has to bleed. RocketLab 1822. SoFi 1556, GameStop 181.39, the only one in the green, in red right there. Matterport 1653 up 66, ME 838, 839, Smart Rent 1293, Spire 1142 up 20 now, ATIP 417 up 17 cents, up 7 on Sextera. How about that? What about IBM? Are we green yet? Still only down 6 cents on YBM, only down 6. The Dow's up 135, IBM's down 6 cents. What's wrong with this picture? Everything's wrong with this picture. I just sold one cash covered put GameStop 145 January for 2021 for $24.20. Collected $2,400 after fees. I love this trade because if you have to buy the stock, you are going to pay net $121 a share for GameStop. I love that price. Despite their lousy conference call, I love this trade right here. I do love this trade. 4 months from now, you can keep all $2,400 if the stock does not go down to 145 or less. If the shares go to 140, you still make $1,900 profit because you only cough up $500 on the buyback. If they go to 135, you still make $1,400. If they go to $130 a share, you still make $900. I love this trade. If you could write 10 of those, I'd encourage you to do it. You'd bring in $24,000. But hey, write one, enjoy, and way to go. Any of you out there could look at the same trade right here as a gift, an absolute gift being offered to you. $2,400 for nothing. I like it. What are the odds of you having to buy it? I don't think they're that high. I really don't think so. Way to go, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to you all. Jen, thank you so much. We got the shmia. We got the shmia on the bagel. Yee-hoo. We got the shmia on the bagel. That is wonderful. That calls for a bagel celebration. Absolutely wonderful. Cloaked, I agree. Gut told me not to buy GameStop and ATIP. Bought ATP, not GameStop. I'm not high in GameStop, says Austin. Pete, only up 175% on Rocket Lab calls. Annie, Rob, take a look at FTW right now. I appreciate most of your recommendations. MTR, SoFi, I know there's promise there. Rocket Lab, Smart, all the option stuff, but ATIP is a dog. IMHO, ATIP is not going anywhere. PT is not a market maker. Well, like I say, ATIP, you can call it whatever you want, but I think in the long run, shares can go back into that $10 range. Maybe 3-4 months from now, maybe longer, but that's a nice return from 4. That's my thinking on it. That's just me, though. Thanks, Obama. Okay. Bruce, did you see a random guy from Taliban as head of the Afghanistan bank? Interesting. Pete, oh my God, don't mention the T word. Don't do it. Don't do it. I have a broker every time TDA customer service answers the phone. The problem is I usually have a better understanding than they do. What should a target price for GameStop be? Should I wait for the 50-55 range again, or what do you do? Good question. Can't seem to find Rocket Lab market cap or outstanding shares data. 1827 on the stock. Pete thought it was semi-funny. Shares outstanding 447 million. Public float 185 million. Sorry for the caps. Copy paste. You know what it is? Spirit SPRT just went over 26. I'm green on Rocket Lab. Green with envy. Good on you with Rocket Lab positions. I wish I'd gotten in Rocket Lab, but the rest of you make money. It still makes me happy. Neat, says Mowgli. Matterport coming on right now. Matterport 1669 up 82 cents on your Matterport, kids. I don't have enough money to sell options on GameStop. Ori, go Algorand. Pete, love Algo. Austin, will you whisper SoFi to go to 26? Whisper SoFi to go to 26. Yay! There you go. Doing all I can for everybody out there. It's not easy, but I'm doing what I can. Thank you, everybody, for being here. 1814 on Rocket Lab, GameStop 181.29, SoFi 1552, Matterport 1668, ME 843. Go market, go. Oh, bagel and a schmear. Bagel and a schmear. Lovely. AB says, don't laugh. That Taliban guy has the most hostile clientele possible. He could probably be a billionaire on CNBC if he was born in the US of A. Jake, nice that the character from the show Homeland is the interior minister. It's not easy being cheesy. I have 13 Rocket Lab and I'm up 75%. Yay! I'd settle for SoFi at 19. Bruce, I saw Spire has 240% shares owned by institutions and insiders from Yahoo Finance. I don't know how accurate this is. I was just sharing my findings. Yeah, I don't know either. Nice. But I think Spire can go much higher here. Auntie laughed out loud. Austin, Bruce did the honors for me. Chase Rosita, hi there. Well, Bruce, can you talk about the cash required to write puts? You want to write a put contract, you need to have on hand enough money to buy the stock at the strike price. So if you write one put contract on GameStop for $150 a share, you need $15,000. You got to be able to buy the stock for $150 a share. On the other hand, when you sell the contract, if you bring in $3,000 in cash, that $3,000 goes against your $15,000. So you're actually only using $12,000 of your money to buy the stock for $150 a share, because you're going to pay $120 a share because you get to keep the $30 premium you brought in. So that's how that works. So you can do the same thing on Rocket Lab. You can write a $15 call put contract on Rocket Lab, good for say 3 months, 6 months if you want. You need to come up with $1,500 in margin to write a $15 Rocket Lab call, or a Rocket Lab put, a $15 SoFi put, a $15 Matterport put, whichever one it is. The dollar value is what we're talking about. So you write a $15 put, you need $1,500. You want to write 10 puts, you need $15,000. You want to do 100 puts, $150,000. The cash you bring in is your cash. It's yours to enjoy, keep, and enjoy towards the cost of the stock if you need to buy it. Of course, if you sell a put contract for $30 and the shares go up in value, the put contract will drop in value. And the more it drops, you can buy it back at a lower price anytime you want to end the deal and score the profit. So if you sell at 30 and buy at 20, you make $1,000 on a contract. You sell at 30 and buy at 25, you make $500 a contract. You buy at 30 and buy at 10, you make $2,000 a contract. It depends on the movement of the stock, how much time is left on the contract. If they're out of the money, they could expire worthless. You keep all the premium. Now, if you write a premium for $30 on a $15,000 margin requirement, that's 20% on your money for 4 or 5 months. Would you like to make 20% of your money on 4 or 5 months? It's a nice return on your cash. You can do that 3 times a year, 60% of your return on your money, writing put contracts out of the money, but you're willing to pay for buy the stock if you have to. How about that? Not bad. 1550 cost basis on SoFi. It won't freaking go past 1550. 1551 right now. Funny thing, I saw a Taliban guy on the back of a Toyota on the news. I had to pause it, take a second look. But however, I have a Talibani double hanger. Oh my. Forrest Trump laughing out loud. Is that the guy with the tiny face? Chase Rosita Parker. Also, if you write a cash secured put, that money is tied up in the position until you close it. So if you have 15 grand to use, it's unavailable until the put is closed. Exactly right. If SoFi and Matterport hit 30, I think we all need to party. Budweiser for all. I'll buy. There you go. Good times. Something tells me if Matterport goes to $30 a share and if SoFi goes to $30 a share, I got a pretty happy group of channel members here, to say the least. Go markets, go. Matterport 1683, up 96 cents. Nice. Nice. Okay. Very nice. Dow up 145. S&P up 13. NASDAQ up 56. Very good day. Very good day. Rocket Lab 1772. Little pause in the run, maybe. Could it end at 20 today? Yeah. Will it? I don't know. SoFi unchanged, 1547. GameStop 182.31. Go. Oh boy. Thoughts on writing Matterport covered call for a strike price of $32 for January 2023, $380 a contract premium. Well, you want to hold the stock that long, you take 380 now. But my thinking is, if Matterport reaches 2022, which is $5-6 away, you're going to start writing 25s, very short-term contracts. You might be writing 1-month contracts with $25 exercise prices, bringing in a couple of bucks for like 2-3 weeks. And you can do that every 2 or 3 or 4 weeks out. You're bringing in a couple of bucks a share. Sure beats a 380 for 2023. So I don't like I don't like tying up that long a time frame for only 380. I'd rather be much shorter in. Let the shares continue to run up. 1678 now, going to 17. Get into the 2021 range. Start writing 2250s, 25s, 24s. We'll have $1 increments shortly. Short term, bringing in money every week or two on your Matterport. Much more money than 380 over a year. I mean, in a year, you might bring in $20, $25 in premiums. Why only 380 for the whole year? Uncle Bruce, if Rocket Lab hits 20 by tomorrow at the close, can you eat a bagel Monday morning while drinking a Labatt or Molson's? No, I won't do that. Joe Matterport option alert. September 17, 17.5 call sweep, 27 near the ask, 615 at 44 cents versus 1109.05 OI relief 1605. I have no idea what any of this means. I have no idea what Joe's doing. I do not know what he's talking about. AB, a SoFi and Matterport hitting $30 seems inevitable. I kind of migrated my risk based around this. If all other holdings calls go to zero and SoFi Matterport hit 30, I'm even. Well, that's interesting. Cisco 5860. Marcus, Uncle Bruce, thanks for your streaming while I'm moving. Did the GameStop second quarter stream hurt us more because of how lame it was, or help us for the expected great numbers? Dankeschön. There you go. Good question. May have done both. Kind of helped you going in to the earnings and hurt you coming out. Right. 184 in GameStop right now. We're popping up a little bit again, but I don't know. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. These guys have such potential to really do a number on this stock. They're not doing it. Yes, orange skin and all. AB, a moral of the story, I think, is on average, you don't want to buy short-term calls. You want to sell them to foolish gamblers. That's right. Matterport is also running up the moment now up 90 cents. For those who don't know what a sweep is, it means that order sweeps a bunch of order books to get into the call position at market price. They want to get in fast, aka expecting an upward move. Jumping in there quick. Hey, Auntie, is it too late to buy Rocket Lab? I didn't buy it before. Now it's flying. 1775 right now. High of 19 something already today. Geo, did Rocket Lab mention the development of their neutron rocket yesterday? They did. I'm not sure what people want. Company's doing well and improving. You all want RC to dance naked on the table to entertain you. Yes, we do. They want me to dance naked on the table. Why can't we have him dance naked on the table? I'd rather watch a billionaire dance naked than me. Matterport up $1. Matterport up $1, 1687. Go Matterport. It can and it will. Look at that Matterport. RC won't use bagels to censor it, which is kind of cool. Go Matterport. Love it. ME 842. Keep going. GameStop 182.46. We just hit 184 a moment ago. $17.70 in Rocket Lab. I don't know if that's a bargain. Fair price. Too high. It's up 261 today. You buy stocks low, you sell stocks high, or you write call options. Rocket Lab is 250 away from starting to write call options. Auntie says, I don't know, Rita, I would say wait for a dip, but I don't know if this is the baby knows how to dip. Talking about Rocket Lab here. AB, it's pretty funny to still read Wall Street Bets and see the people crying about their massive losses on short-term calls. And anyone telling them to buy longer calls gets insulted, blocked from posting, laughing out loud. Gamblers, they're idiots. That's why it's what makes Vegas so great. Long shot gamblers. That's why you want to take advantage of these people. They're just handing you the money. Joe, SoFi to participate in the Goldman Sachs annual financial technology conference. Goldman Sachs looking to present their takeover target to investors. Could be kind of cool. That could be kind of cool. Willard, if you go through Sparwood on your way to Calgary, wave at the big truck for me, my old hometown, the big green truck. I will. Sold Rocket Lab at $19.25. Oh, buy again after the dip. Nice. How's the weather in Canada? Gorgeous. Weather's great. 75. It's going to be 80 today. Into the 80s. Anti-read. I'm also waiting for a dip to buy more calls and shares. I'm also going to be doing the wheel on Rocket Lab. You might want to try that. Rocket Lab right now, $17.73. Matterport up $1.10. Start off with a cash, secured, put. That way your shares will be cheaper getting in. Is it sensible to sell short-term in-the-money calls? Say for Rocket Lab or Matterport, should I just go with the out of the money? This is an aggressive strategy. It is. We're going to hit 17 on Matterport here, I think. If you have volatility on a stock, lots of movement like this, you can write options, calls or puts, with very high premiums, either out of the money or in the money. Now, if a stock has come down dramatically and you're thinking there might be a dead cat bounce or a little bit of a recovery anyway, you could write an in-the-money contract or an out-of-the-money contract to take advantage of whatever it is you're after. So if GameStop has gone from the 200 range down to the 180 range, down to the 170 range, the thinking here is if GameStop goes up now to 185, 188 to 190, and you write a 185 call that expires tomorrow, and the shares go from 188, 190 back to 182, 83, where it's been all day, this call was in the money when you wrote it, so you got the book value plus premium for tomorrow or next Friday or whatever. And then the stock went down $6-8 a share this afternoon, back to 180, 82. You could be buying back that call for a lot less money because, of course, it lost all its book value. It was in the money, now it's out of the money. and time continues to dribble. Now, you could do a one-day intraday flip on something like this. I mean, there are people out there, for example, that are looking at Matterport right now. There are day traders who are looking at Matterport right now, $16.95 a share, and they're going, it's up $1.08 right now. Maybe I will write call options that expire tomorrow on Matterport. I'll write the 15s. They're worth $195 book value right now. They die tomorrow. But I might get $225, $250 for this contract right now. And if the shares back off to $16 later today or $16.50, they're still in the money, but they give up 40, 50, 60 cents a share. I'll buy this calls back. I'll make 50 cents a contract. I'll write 10 of them. I'll make $50 a contract times 10, $500. This is a day trade. This is a flip. Matterport right now is $17. So the $15 call is $2 in the money, plus some premium. Maybe it's trading at $225, $250. And the strategy is if it goes back to $16.50 later today on a bit of pullback, which Matterport could do that. It could go to 18 though, but it could also go back to $16.50. It's up 113 now. The thinking is I'm looking for a flip. I'm looking for a nice profit flip. So if I can do 20 contracts at $250 a piece and buy them back at $2 a piece, I clear $1,000. 20 times $50 a contract. That's the mentality of option traders that are trading in the money contracts. They might play that game. RocketLab, $18.09 right now. If RocketLab keeps on going, goes to $20 today, there might well be writers of options that expire tomorrow or next Friday or the Friday after that. They might write $17.50 call contracts on RocketLab, thinking that the shares have gone to 20, they might go back to $18.50 and then back to 20 again. That 150 dip, boom, went from $2.50 in the money to only $1 in the money. There's a trade there, and that can also be part of the game plan here. Whether it's an intraday trade or a 1 week trade or what have you, there's ways to look at that. 1804 on RocketLab, 1551 on SoFi, 183.01 on GameStop, 1692 on Matterport, 844 on ME, 1262 on SmartRent, 1124 on Spire, ATIP up 13 to 413, Sextera up 6 cents, IBM up 15 cents on the day right now. The Dow is up 140. Whew, we got a market move going on here. Interesting stuff. Cheers to all of you as I continue eating my bagel here as these markets keep rolling along. That could be true. SoFi to participate in the Goldman Sachs 11th Annual Financial Technology Conference. Nice, says Jen, is correct with TAP and PM being down means Dow is up. Love you, Jen. They don't care if it loses a lot. They coined the term loss porn and celebrate it, says Giotti. Oscar waiting for GameStop dip. Scott, good morning, Uncle Bruce. Is there a corporate reason to keep the shares at this level? CEO chairman know they can inflate the price just by a press release. Could they intentionally be quiet? Scott, your guess is as good as mine. I really don't know the mentality behind it. I have no idea what their thinking is. Keeping us in the dark. 184 GameStop. Interesting. Up 129 on the Dow. Nicholas says, question. If my friend, not me, my friend, sold an October 15 RocketLab $20 covered call, should my friend buy it back on the dip or chill out? If your friend wrote a $20 covered call on Rocket Lab. And Rocket Lab keeps on going higher. Your friend could do a rollover. Your friend could buy back the October 20 call, 15 call, the October 15 call, the $20 call, sorry, and write a brand new $22.50 or $25 call for January or February. That's what your friend could consider doing. Rollovers are your friend. W. Walters. I didn't buy Rocket Lab, but I just put in a limit order for $17.50 for 200 shares. Think I can get it, or should I just buy it now? Number one, the first mistake you made is you didn't put in the right buy order. You put in a $17.50 for 200. That's a limit buy, but you shouldn't be putting it in at $17.50. You should be putting in the order at $17.51 or 52. You have to buy in odd numbers. There are probably 50 other people trying to buy it at $17.50 with you. At $17.51, there might only be 5 other buyers and 50 right behind you. And at $17.40, there could be another 20 or 30 more. You got to be a penny higher than $17.50 at the very least. The other way to play it is go to $17.56, be 6 cents higher. So instead of $17.50 or $17.55, $17.56. Pay a little more and be first. That's what I'd be doing. The shares are $18.27 right now. You've seen them jump $2-3 all day long doing this. They're moving up and down $2-3. So you've got to be very forgiving, patient, strong-willed, and not panic, and just change that order to $17.51 or 2 or 3 or $17.56 and wait. That's my advice to you. Idiots is perhaps a bit harsh. Gamblers may just as well have an addiction they can't handle. That's probably right. Is the volume on Matterport a bit low for this activity today? I'd expect maybe double this much, or maybe I'm not eyeballing it right. I'm not sure. What do you think, Bruce? 1684 in Matterport. Volume of 943,000. That's Matterport for you. A million shares, and it can move nicely. Give me 10 days in a row like this. I'm not complaining about anything. No way. Let's see. W. Walters, do a cash secured put on Rocket Lab. Do the $16 strike. The premium is about $1. That way you can get your shares for $16 instead of $17.50. Plus you'll make about $100 premium right away. So there's a strategy right there. If you get $1 premium on a $16 strike, you're actually only paying $15 for the stock. If it comes to you, if you get exercised on it. So that might be another way to go. AB, not a ton of volume, says Austin. If you do 200 shares, that's almost $200. Anti-expiry 917, like really short expiry contract. Cash secured put is what that is. It did get pounded yesterday, though. 8 buy ratings on Humanogen, 100% buy rating on Robinhood, down 50% today. 50%, laughing out loud. Cash secured put, right. Forrest. W. Walters, as the stock dips, you can buy in-the-money call options with less expensive premiums and exercise to get stock that way. There's that. Bruce. Puts on Flipper. Do what I just told W. Walters to do. There you go. Let's see. Spire is recommended as a buy. Average $20 on Yahoo Finance. Wink if it puts, double wink if you're traveling in the countries. The bid ask for 16 strike is $85.90. You will make at least $170 premium off the top. Couches with Uncle Bruce. Horrifying, really. My portfolio is swinging 10 grand every day and giving me anxiety. Just go up. 1828 on Rocket Lab. 1556 on SoFi, up 9. GameStop 184.82 coming up to 185. Love it last. Asking for a friend. I love that. Well, there we go. Guess if there's something to be earned here, if I'm smart. Figure selling short-term contract on Rocket or Matterport that expire worthless. 17 December might work well. I tell you that SoFi's been sticking around this price for far too long. We will not fold. We will not. We will hold. Marcus, Uncle Bruce, do you have an uncle advice for buying a Tesla? Lease and buy at the end, taking a credit, or buy it balloon, finance it. In Germany, we get 9,000 euro bonus for buying electric cars, 35,000 euro after cut. Wow, what a deal. I mean, look, in Germany, you can borrow money for virtually nothing. So I would borrow the dough to buy the car, get that big, fat, generous tax deal, and pay virtually nothing for the money, and just budget that way. That would be great. Yeah, Uncle Bruce, what can you say? I like that deal. Austin, Cheddar, 2 months ago, I was sitting on the beach up 70 grand on SoFi thinking I was a genius. I'm breaking even today. Crazy, man. Walters, thanks, Uncle Bruce. I just changed the limit order. Anti-PC, damn you good. What's a cash secured put? If Spire hits 25 by November, I make 10 grand on a $600 investment. Crazy. How about that? Laugh out loud. Thank you, Forrest. Austin, you're going to own a beach. You're just going to own one day. There you go. 1560 on SoFi, up 13 cents. RocketLab 1829, up 320 today. What a day. SoFi 1560 now. GameStop 186.07, going higher. Matterport 1695, up 108. This bagel's great. The last of the schmeal. I'm a single mom. I have to find good deals on the necessity, says Anti-PC. What is Jen wrapping in aluminum? What is she doing? She's wrapping paper. She's wrapping stuff in paper right now. I'm not sure what she's wrapping. I think she's got headphones on. So anyway. Fenderville, Uncle Bruce. I bought back the 192.50 covered call for GameStop with a loss of $50. Wrote a $150 covered put for $25.55 for $2,555. I got my hands on $2,505 and free up $4,200 for the dip. Nice. Nice. Shares stay above 150. Keep all $2,550. Nice. 184.98. Anti-PC. Takes a little research, but it's worth it. Plus, I owe at least half the knowledge I get from Bruce and you guys. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Vanderbilt. Thank you for the donation. Thank you. Just came through on PayPal. Thank you so much. For us, dead bodies in wax paper. Rob, sounds like Jen is wrapping noisemakers with aluminum foil. Yes, anti-PC. When you say you're doing a cash secured put, do you mean sell a put? Yes. Short-term put can be. Can be short secured put. Cash secured, yes, can be. Being a parent with a spouse is hard work. Doing it alone would be wild. Hats off. AB, I think I get how most of the top 5% of America lives. Their money comes from investment. Any business or work they do is because they like it. Nice, Fenneville. Is your too high speed. Fenneville, you're too high speed. Cash secured put. Yes, sell a put, Ostergaard. Thank you, sir, as always. You got it. Thank you, Austin from Anti. Nice. Fenneville is phonetic for X-Men. Funny. I try. Phoenix for X-Men. Astergard. Okay, thanks. I just need to get the terminology right on. Yep, cash secured put. Cheers, everybody. Matterport 1698, 1699, up 111. Go Matterport. ME 840 up 37 cents. Smart Rent up 16 cents. Spire up a penny. ATIP up 13.5 cents. Sixter up 6. That's where we're at right now. IBM up 7 cents. The Dow up 122. Rocket Lab 1830 up 321. Good day today. All right. Way to go, you guys. You're making money today. And I'm proud of you. Nicely done. The GameStop people buying back these calls that you wrote. Good move. Locking in lovely profits and rolling into shorter duration contracts might be your next move. And of course, you can always pick off you can write put contracts against your stock, writing 150s, 140s, 160s, 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out, bringing in some really nice premiums. There's some opportunities here. Opportunities. Alrighty. Uncle Bruce, I still have a little over a month left on a 3 Rocket Lab October 15 $10 call. I'm up 320% right now. Wait till closer to expiry date or set a sell limit just in case it drops, which I don't think will happen. Well, you're at 1843 now. You're in the money. 346 plus you've got time left. So you're probably trading over $4 a contract by now, 4.5, I guess. So you're doing great, and I'm happy. You have the opportunity whenever you want to do a rollover, and that's where you sell these off, and you pick up maybe 1750s or maybe 20s for next year. But the way I would do it is I would try to buy contracts that have more life left in them, time, for no more than what you got here in dollar terms. So, of course, if you can get 450 and you can pay less than 450 on the new contract, then that's a swap. Fair enough. Now you're just giving yourself more time, higher exercise price, but more time. On the other hand, if you can get a $17.50 or a $20 call for less money than what these are going for that you have now, you can pocket the difference in cash. Just buy 3 new contracts, sell the 3 old ones, and to keep the difference. If it's a wash, it's a wash. But now some people out there might go, well, I think what I'll do is if I can go from 3 contracts to 5 contracts, I'll just do that. Yeah, you increase your leverage and take a shot at 5. But if you're happy to take some cash off the table, then there's that opportunity too. Another thought is you sell these calls, cash out, you have enough money to perhaps buy 100 shares long, and you're going to start writing calls against that stock. That might be the future move you make here. As these shares are 1847, if they go to 19 again, you got a $4 contract plus premium, you might have a $5 contract. 3 of them is $1,500. You're only 400 away from a 100 share purchase, which is hopefully you have some shares as it is. You might be a writer closer to $20 a share. Start to write calls, bringing in $2 a month, maybe $250 a month on the stock as you build your position. Anyway, thoughts? Nice. Yes, it is. 53 people bought ATIP on this channel. Fenville, Uncle Bruce. So I sold a covered call, GameStop 210, expiring September 10th, tomorrow, for $700 yesterday. Just bought it back for $80. However, I can't write another covered call for next week. Is it because it's on margin? That's a good question. So you bought this back and scored a lovely deal. I can't write another covered call for next week. Is it because it's on margin? That makes no sense. If you had a covered call and you just want to do another, I don't know why you can't do the trade. Depends on your other positions, I suppose. It could be you've written a put. You've written a put, and maybe the margin being used up on that might be holding you back. I'm not 100% sure on this one. Each of the three, by the way, are 850 valuation. Oh, beautiful. That's beautiful stuff. So, I mean, there you go. There's $2,500 that you could put into buying stock. Certainly 100 shares, leaving you $700 left over to buy some more options if you want. And now you're starting to buy stock, getting ready to write contracts once it hits 20. Annie, so far to participate in Goldman Sachs. Yes, AB, I remember math problems at school. How many hours do you have to work or coupons to clip to balance a budget, etc.? Retrospectively means adults who write these questions don't know about wealth. Well, there you go. They're dealing with much smaller dollars, aren't they? Laugh out loud, Austin. Take some profit by BW. Never a bad idea, by the way. Rob Venville, you should be able to write another. Maybe it hasn't updated yet if you just sold it. That might be it too. It might be it just hasn't cleared the system. Hasn't cleared the system. Uncle Bruce, what metric do you use to determine your strike price when selling a covered call? What metric do I use to determine a strike rate? Well, we cover this in the lessons. So you may want to take your time and go into that deeply within these lessons that I've done. But it all depends on the stock. The volatility of the stock has a lot to do with this. Stock that moves a lot, you've got to be, timing might be short if you're getting close to the money. Timing could be longer if you're further out. Stocks that are not so volatile, you're a lot closer in with a lot closer expiry date. It all depends. Each one's different. Matterport going over 17. It is 1708, up 121, 848 on 23andMe, going for 850 now. Bentonville, Rob, thank you. Been 10 minutes, but I did reopen my Fidelity Active Pro Trader. Maybe that's it. That could be it. You might just need to reload you turn off your computer, turn it back on. I don't know. Whisper to SoFi. Come on, SoFi. Bentonville, if it continues, maybe call them and see what's up. That I would do too. I know for mine, when I get the right covered call, it defaults the option to sell to close. Maybe you didn't change the option. Roland, buying back the calls, is just when you wrote it, or it's I had an issue like that yesterday. It was a bug. Try the website too. Garnster, his account probably requires 2-3 days for cash to settle. It's her account. What all do you have left to pack? Not much. We did most of our clothes yesterday. I've packed my suitcase. Jen and I are now living out of a suitcase in our house. So we're out of here tomorrow. The kitchen's being packed up here. Jen is finishing that off. A couple of hallway closets, little things here and there. Cupboards under the bathroom sinks, that stuff. We're down to the nitty gritty here. We're really getting it done. We just wrapped up the grandfather clock last night. It's all wrapped up, and oh my, I'll tell you, we're going. When you buy it, I doesn't know. Sorry, learning. I can't understand what you're saying, but that's great news for SoFi. Bentonville, maybe you have a different open order you've forgotten to cancel. Thanks, Andy. Just found that article, says Cheddar. Shouldn't need to wait for cash to settle. If your assets are no longer held up, then you should be able to write a call on them. Yep, that's what we're thinking. We'll see. Sorry, daughter is hitting buttons here. Cheddar, did she hit the sell ATIP button? No. Auntie, you can also go for 30% delta. Fenville, I don't have any active pending orders as of right now. Katrina, hi Bruce, I have GameStop put 210 expiring tomorrow. What should I do? You have a $210 put contract expiring tomorrow. What should I do? Okay, so you're in the money now. That contract is in the money by $25. So it'll cost you $25 to $30 to buy it back, right? You could theoretically buy it back, turn around, and hang on a minute. I have a 20 case. Are you short this put? I don't know what. I need help here. Katrina, did you write it, or are you long? You got to help me out here. If you're long, you got a profit. Take your profit. Sell it, cash in. If you're short, you can do a rollover. Buy it back and then write another put contract for, say, a month out at 200 or 190. You probably get just as much premium as this one's going to cost you. Katrina, you got to help me. What's your situation? I don't know your situation. I wouldn't be mad at her if she did. Thumbs. Let's see. AB. I don't think there's a conspiracy to make workers or shows there's consistently goals we set for kids. We want them to be professional leaders, not that takes dollars to free time and labor scrimping. I know what this means. Cheddar impressed me, and that's making me money. I'll go up as soon as it'll go up as soon as you sell it. Beach Boy. Hi, Uncle B. I bought back for $21.50 GameStop January 22 $300 calls that I wrote for $27.40, and I bought back for $13.20 the $400 ones that I wrote for $19. Next dip, I'll look at the rest. Hope you approve. There you go. So you scored some money on the 300s. You scored some money on the 400s, and now you're going to take your next look. So that's cool. That is cool. That's 6 there, and about almost 6 there. So 600 a contract times. I know how many you're talking about. Nice job. Nice job. That's what's keeping me from selling. Bruce, walk around video of the RV. Is that going to happen? I can't wait to see the road trip stock show with Bruce. I want to see the loo. I want to see the loo in your RV, Bruce. We don't have an RV, but if we did, I'd show it to you. 1869 on Rocket Lab, going for $19 again. 1872 now. SoFi 1564 up 17 cents. GameStop 185.18. Matterport 1701 up 114. ME 850 up 47 cents. Smart Rent 1264 up 16. Spire 1129 up 7. ATIP 414 up 14 cents. Sextera up 10 cents at 1004. How about that? What a market. The Dow is up 98. S&P up 8. NASDAQ up 54. As they say in England, the loo. Arico, new member. Hey, Arico. Is this a re sign up? I think you've been here before, haven't you? It might be me. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but welcome to the channel as a member today. Nice to have you here. I love it. I love it. I love it. We're looking good on the stocks here, kids. Pretty good day going for you guys, and I'm very pleased to see this. I'm also really happy watching you guys score option premiums from call writing, put writing, buying back puts as they drop in value. Beautifully done, everybody. Gas Station Lavatories, Uncle Bruce. Yuck. Maybe you don't want to give it away, but is there any humorous, amusing locals you have in mind for the show? Locales you have in mind for a show? Locales you have in mind? I don't. I have nothing in mind at the moment. Okay, I'm short. Katrina says I wrote the put. Okay, so you have written the GameStop put. Okay. Let me get over here. Now we're rolling here. All right, hang on while I set this up. So you've written, Katrina. I got to get back to your message, and I'll find that here. Yeah, I've got a 210 expiring tomorrow. Okay, so a 210 put that's dying tomorrow. Let's go over here. Here we are. Okay. 24.80 to 26.25, last at $25. All right. Okay. So, whatever price you sold it for versus what it's trading at, that's your loss if you're down on it. I'm assuming you wrote it at a lower price than what it's trading at, but I could be wrong on that. I don't know how long ago you wrote it, but fair enough. Let's move forward then if we can. $25 put contracts. If we go forward in time, what can you write to get that kind of money in here? Let's look at, just for fun, let's look at October's. October contracts, what do we got here? Yes, you could write, in theory, an October 195 put contract for the same amount of money you're buying this one back for. That gives you now till October for the stock to go back up again, and it only needs to break 195 for you to make money. Or in other words, if it goes over 195 a share, those expire worthless. You keep all $25. But moving forward a little further, let me go forward because this calls for maybe another move. You can do 190s for October the 15th. If you go to October 22nd, you could write, almost write 185s. If you go into November on GameStop, to get $25 a contract on a put contract, you could write 175s. The stock right now is 184. So you'd be out of the money $9. You'd bring in $25-ish, even more than that, maybe 26. So it wouldn't cost you anything. You're just giving up more time, but you drop that exercise price from 210 to 175, $35 your direction. If you go further out, and you can, you could write, for example, 180s in the same expiry for $29. You could write 190s and get $36. But if you go further out to December's, you write a December 17th put contract, you could write a 170 put contract for December and for January, and be paid $30.50. So you'd get $5 a share more in cash in your hand right now, and you drop your exercise price from 210 to 170. As an example, you can go down to 160 for $25 if you want to do that. If you wrote 180s, you'd bring in $36.50. You'd bring in $10, $11 more in cash. In other words, the 180 contract bringing in $36, you're committing to buy the stock for $144 a share. So you take what you got paid already for your contract. Keep that in mind over here, whatever that number is. You buy the contract back, you're short right now for 25. There's a loss there. Fair enough. You turn around and write January put contracts. You write a January 170 put for $30, 50. That's $5 more than what you're buying this one back for. So in effect, whatever cash you got, you're going to add $5 more to that cash. That's going to be in your account now, and you've just dropped your exposure from 210 a share to 170 a share for January, which is only 4 months out. That's what I'd be looking at, and that would be a positive move. Give that a try, or take a look at it, see what you think. T-Bag says, thanks, Bruce. I've only made it to lesson 3. Keep going. Guys, thumbs up for the Bruce. Only 352 thumbs ups for Bruce today. Texas has a very big stake. 17 September says, Hoster Guard. Uncle Bruce, you need a TikTok channel for the road. Tell us about Maryland. I don't know what that is. It's pretty convenient. Oh no, not Maryland. Marlene. You want to know about Marlene? Yeah, that's my other girlfriend. You can't. I'm just not going to give all that away. I need viewers. I need thousands of viewers to be here for me to divulge that information. That you can't talk to 523 viewers about Marlene. I mean, what are you talking about? This is juicy stuff. Pickled nose. It's pretty convenient to roll calls in a single order, but you might not get a fill. Paige helped me a good deal with Rocket Lab this morning. 1890 on Rocket Lab. Up 381, GameStop 184.45, Matterport 1701, 854 and 23 and me coming higher, looking good. All right, your boy is back, Uncle Bruce. Just wanted to wish you a safe travel on your last show from Creston, and I think we share a birthday in less than 2 weeks, September 22nd. That's my birthday. And be so nice of you, Erico, Finville, Rob. I give up. I can't write another covered call. 900 shares, 8 contracts tied up, margin available, 65 grand, non-margin, 19 grand. Maybe it's a sign that I need to leave GameStop alone for now. you might have to call your broker and get them to straighten it out. They've probably got a glitch in the system. If you give them a call, you'll wake them up. They'll take a look at the account. Oh, sorry, and they'll figure it out. It's probably what you're going to have to do. Relax, Fenville. Save what you have. Fenville, I should have just rolled them for more cash instead of bought the 210 back. Rob, Fenville, very odd. I suggest giving him a call then, or better yet, send me the 100 shares and I'll write it for you. Rob is just the greatest guy. Nice to keep pushing forward later. Keep pushing forward later. She's smiling. Oh, Marlene, give us the goods on Marlene. Saucy stories with Uncle Bruce. I'm 1,000 viewers. Please talk to Marlene. Talk about Marlene. I bet Marlene makes you sing like Kyoko. Oh yeah. Is it better to eat up some of the premium I got for rolling to a GameStop January 21 240 call into something closer? Yes. It is. You might be able to write a call contract at a lower exercise price closer in for just as much money as to buy this one back. That's what I'm getting at. What you want is more time on your side. You want to shorten the amount of time that your contract is good for by replacing it with a shorter term contract at a lower exercise price. So maybe you're going to write a 210. Maybe you're going to write a 200 but only good for 2 weeks or 3 weeks instead of months. That's what you want to look at, Frumbler. Awesome. Whenever I go to the bathroom, I can't stop thinking my career could end. Bill, if options load up really big on GameStop, wouldn't that give the first to cover a better way out? Then it would be harder to buy during the mother of all short squeezes. If options load up really big, wouldn't that give the first to cover a better way out? I'm not sure if I understand what that question means. Thanks. Katrina says, September 22 is my daughter's birthday. My birthday also. Auntie Bruce singing Yoko is worth the price of admission alone. I heard Japan doesn't have any rats because Yoko's voice made them go into the sea. Bruce, I've been writing $15 covered calls on ME for a 25-30 cents expiring January 2022. I don't think they're going to reach 15 by January, but do you think it's too soon to write against ME? Thanks. Well, you could be writing covered calls on ME 1250s for sooner, or even you could be writing $10 covered calls expiring tomorrow, next week, next month. If you don't think they're going to go that high. But 15, I see what you're doing. I see what you're trying to do there. You're bringing in some money. It's not a lot, but a bit. Aaron, Bruce, sorry, not been on much the last couple of days. Any strategy for Rocket Lab? I'm up 67% very fast. Expecting downside. I can't do options to my broker, so do you think I should just hold? You want to hold. You're at 1894, coming back on again, going higher. I'm going to go through 20. I think we're going to go through 20 and beyond. Buy recommendation came out this morning with a price target of 30 from another brokerage firm. It's looking good. Bruce B smashing. Jen Austin, Rocket Lab absolutely smoking. Spire's on the move. SPIR. Let's take a look. Spire 1166 up 44. Yay! Yay! It's going higher. 1894 in Rocket Lab going for 19. Was that a good idea, Bruce? I sold a 1750 at 148 Rocket Lab puts, 4 of them for 17 September. You wrote. I'm assuming you wrote, right? Help me out here. Did you write the 1750 puts on Rocket Lab? Is that what you did? Was that your whole plan? If you did, I think you're fine. I think it's great. Tell me that's what you did. Bill, they could buy the options to cover at 100 shares at a time to cover easier. Brian, thank you, Brian Young. Thank you. PayPal donation just came through. Thank you. They could buy the options to cover at 100 shares at a time to cover easier. Then we have to buy shares at higher prices to get them back. Buy the options to cover 100 shares at a time. Yeah. Then we have to buy shares at higher prices to get them back. Yeah. If anyone's writing naked contracts, if anyone's writing naked call contracts, yes, that's true. 1916 on Rocket Lab. Going for a new high here. The high of the day, 1944. Volume 17.2 million on Rocket Lab, going higher. We might hit $20 today. Might. I'm not saying we will. We're up 405 a share. This is way beyond what I was expecting, but I like it. 1562 on SoFi. GameStop 184.11. Matterport 1713, up 126. I kind of like talking about these stocks in the high teens. I like it. 855 on ME. Come on, baby. Smart Rent 1254. Spire 1175 up 53. ATIP up 14. Sixtera 1004. Come on, babies. Let's roll. Yeah. Wow. 30. Gotta get me some of those calls. Aaron, okay, thanks. I'll just hold and buy more in my any significant dip. Today is Chili Falls' birthday. Chili Falls, way to go, buddy. My main holds are GameStop and SoFi. Right on, buddy. Yeah, Forrest, get her. That's your plan. That's your whole plan. Get her. That was your whole plan. What movie is that from? You're most welcome, Uncle Bruce. Our Rocket Lab calls are flying so high. Yes, they are. And I'm very proud of you people who are holding in there, letting them make you all kinds of cash. The street is scrambling to get into this deal. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, we're talking about, Michael, Bill, we're talking about covered calls and cash secured puts here. I write call contracts naked sometimes, just saying, because I'm home alone, no one's watching. Jose, like Auntie recommended, cash secured puts. I got some more money in my account now, but it's complaining about me using margin, but I think I'll be fine. Waiting for ME to make an announcement. Can you stop talking about the Rocket Lab until they start coming down? It's making me sad I didn't buy any. You could sell cash secured puts. Why don't you sell a cash secured put against it? Why don't you write a 1750 cash secured put? You could do that. Take advantage of this thing that way. Anti ME2 Ray. The next time someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes. AB. You know what that movie is. Anti PC Laugh Not Loud Rock. That was your whole plan. Get her. That was your whole plan. Get her. Okay. GameStop 184.25, 184.39. Matterport 17.12. Yeah, Spire 11.99, up 77 cents, coming back up again, people. Spire does this. It's amazing how this thing runs. It's amazing. 1887, 1882 on Rocket Lab. It's jumping dimes now, just jumping. So how's Rocket Lab doing? Spire through 12, like naked cover calls being written while naked. Now that is hilarious. Or a $16 cash secured put, even better. Michael, I'm glad I bought more ME at 801 yesterday, averaging down under 10. Rob, let's hope for a safe landing. Yeah, ME 855 was a bargain all day yesterday. I was saying to you guys, ME, bargain. Nobody was listening. Everybody was partying somewhere. Everybody was comparing hairstyles. They're all talking about the dresses they bought for the prom. They're not talking to me, not listening to me. $4.15 on ATIP. It was $4 yesterday. $4.02, $4.03. A bargain yesterday. Still a bargain today. Anyway, there you go. I like how Spire goes up with no volume. My broker doesn't allow a cover cash secured put since it's a TFSA trading account, or I would be for sure. There you are. Gotcha. That's a Canada thing. Laughing out loud, Michael. 12.30 on Spire. Spire, I'm showing 11.97 right now, but it did hit 12.30. It did touch it. 121,000 volume. It does that. It will do that kind of trading. 1911 on Rocket Lab, going up again. I have 4 IBM September calls now are worthless. What future month do you suggest now, Mr. B? What do you think? Oh my goodness. You got to go into the new year. I've been telling people, IBM, you want to be into next year because of the split coming and all this stuff. Get into next year, February, March, April, May, somewhere out there. IBM's nice. Bruce, how many times have you ripped one from that sofa? Never. I never do that. Before you sell, if I work super hard, I'll get a $500 bonus. Maybe. Laugh out loud. Go Aspire. Go to 25 by November, laughing out loud. John Van, a media now claiming Taliban has 200 Americans, not 19. I smell BS 2 days before anniversary. They'll win. Uncle Bruce, my ME 750 calls from last night for 65 cents are smoking right now. Got to think what to do. Well, you are $1.05, in the money, as I was speculating with you yesterday. These go up a little bit. You're in the money right away. This is lovely. Your stock is traded a volume of 728,000. Nothing wrong with that. And this stock is perfectly capable of breaking $9. But you have to decide when you're happy with your profit. And I'm really happy you are up the way you are. Yay! It looks good. 1915 on Rocket Lab. Oh man, I need the exact amount. Wait, I thought you said YBM. Why the face? Wow, what a question. I get them all. Some people don't hold back. In many ways. 1927 now on Rocket Lab, down 13 cents, only 13 cents away from the high today. It's not down anything. It's doing great. It's up 418 right now, looking hot and awesome. Love it. This is good stuff, kids. Got a good market going here, and I hope you guys are getting richer and richer and richer and richer and even richer. 1930 on Rocket Lab. Go Rocket Lab. Don't hold back for me. Hit to $20, and people, you can start writing call contracts. How about them apples? That would be kind of fun. Starting to write call options on Rocket Lab. 1931. 1937. We're pushing new highs. 1945 high today. Looking great. Sassy, says John Van. AB, what's this Wall Street bet stuff I hear about a uranium shortage, like the lumber shortage? Is that just nonsense from the gamblers? It's nonsense. There's no shortage of uranium. There's some more than you can imagine. Governments have got it stockpiled everywhere. Do not worry about a shortage of uranium. There is not. Ray, I tried to think of the most harmless thing, something that I love from my childhood, something that would never, ever possibly destroy us. Mr. Stay Puft. Peter Venkman, nice thinking, Ray. Pump and dump, maybe. Uncle Bruce, I bought my first option 5 on Spire. Strike price $12.50 for November 2021. I may make some money with this first play. How about that? $11.97 now on the stock, up 75 cents. Something tells me you're getting richer right now. This is good stuff. Bama Babe, good luck. I hope so. Rocket Lab has great premiums. That's why I'll be doing the wheel when instead of SoFi. Who would have guessed Rocket Lab would be the first SPAC to be recommended to write covered calls on and not ME? Isn't that something? Good luck, Bama Babe. Yep, $19.35 on Rocket Lab. We're only like 60, 70 cents away from you guys seriously starting to take a look at writing call contracts on your stock. Yeah, start to bring in money. Start to push the gamble onto the option players from you. Yeah. Sell your calls at super high premium prices. Turn around, buy the stock at these prices, and start writing options on them immediately. Yes, that might be fun. Till Daddy takes the T-Bird away. You could look at perhaps writing October call contracts. We'll have to see how this all sort of works itself out. The 20s are sitting at about $2, $2.10 already just to write 20s. We'll find more. There'll be more showing up shortly, by the way. Right now, there's very, very thin numbers of contracts available to be written on Rocket Lab, but that'll change shortly. You can write $20 calls for January and bring in $3.75. You might be able to bring in $4.50, $5. That would be pretty good if necessary. But we'll watch for all the population of all the contracts. We'll watch for that. Okay. AB says, I get it. If we think of J. Edgar Hoover shows up and destroys us. So don't think of anything. Don't clear your mind. Don't think of anything. NDPC I missed on Rocket Lab. Patience has certainly paid off with Rocket Lab so far. I keep trying to help you. John Van says, don't think of anything. Don't think of anything. Don't think of J. Edgar Hoover, obviously. Bruce might have missed you talking about it, but were you disappointed again last night with GameStop earnings call? I think the numbers were good, but it was short and boring. Not happy with that conference call. Bruce is not a happy guy, not with that conference call. Not happy. That was very disappointing. Rocket Labs, 1971, were highs of the day, going higher. Nice. Good luck, guys, on the road. Please don't be like me and run over a fishing net like I did after work 5 hours ago in Texas. I'll do my best. No motorbikes for us. Thank you, Niece, so much. Nice. Aaron Cohen did say they wouldn't be spouting out their plans and to judge them by their actions. Yeah, we're not seeing a lot of actions. John, you all see how big NDPC smile is in that pic? What do you think it looks like right now? She's got to be happy here. BW. Rocket Lab 1959 going higher, baby. Rocket Lab is riding the wave of all those that are into space stocks. With SpaceX still private, folks are salivating and owning stock in a company that makes spaceships. This is the way. Onion Investing, new member, welcome Onion Investing to the channel, the gang, the craziness, the fun times. Nice to have you here. We're trying to make money here. Bruce, you're going to take Traveling with Bruce to another level come Monday. That's right. That's right. Laugh a lot, John Van. You make me laugh all the time. Mike, it happened from GameStop filing. We have certain undistributed stock awards that participate in dividends on a non-forfeitable basis. I have no idea what that means. Does anybody know what that means? Bama Babe, Aspire, $12. $11.97 up 75. Looking good. Michael, I just wrote 8 September 17, $24 strike covered calls for Rocket Lab, 75-cent premium. That's what you did. That's how you do it in your family. Very good. Nicely done. Bringing in money now. Makes me want to create a company and go public, but all I do is build model rockets and film them very close up so they look bigger. Godspeed, Bruce. Drive safe. And for everyone else, as usual, don't forget the thumbs up for Bruce. AB, I'll tell you the effect. It's pissing me off. You can keep the $5. I will, mister. That's right. What movie is that from? Hi, Uncle Bruce. I wrote at yesterday's high. $22.50 at 80 cents covered call. Should I buy it back for a loss? You could do a rollover. You could buy it back and write a 25. Write a 25 further out. You could play that game. These are the rollovers. What are you starting to give up with GameStop, Bruce, or still recommend to hold on? I still like the company very much. They have $23 cash in the bank per share. I like the company a lot. I just was very unhappy with yesterday's Performance, as usual, the performance sucked. It was very disappointing and very frustrating and not a lot of fun. 1937 on Rocket Lab up 428. High the day 1975. What a day. I am the Onion router. Gotta fly. Have a good day. See y'all this afternoon. Thank you, everybody. Rocket Lab up 30%. Climbing. This is awesome. Rocket Lab $100. End of the year. Laugh out loud. John Van. Okay. I bought 70.1 for Rocket Lab. Article, as long as it's a virtual machine. Rob, so you make Missile Command real. Smoked Dog, thank you for this donation. I don't have as much in Rocket Lab as some because of ME and SoFi, but here's some gas money. Thank you. So the gas money, yeah, this truck's going to use up some gas. 26-foot U-Haul truck plus a car transporter pulling tomorrow. We're going to eat up some gas tomorrow. Oh, are we going to eat up gas? I know you said 80 plus end of the year. Not likely, but I'm saying it. Giggity, great answer. Nice. 1928 on Rocket Lab. SoFi 1553 up 6. GameStop 185.89 up down 12.91 now. It's recovering a bit. Matterport 1676. ME 854. Smart Rent down 3 cents to 12.45. Spire 11.99. ATIP up 14 to 4.14. Sixterra up 9 to 10.03. IBM down 36 cents. Why? The Dow's down 2 points. Why? That's what it is. The Dow's down 3, S&P down a third of a point, NASDAQ up 23 points. That's where we're at. That's where we're at right now, kids. What a day on Rocket Lab. $20 or higher, you can start looking at writing call contracts on your Rocket Lab and start hauling in some premium money. You deserve it. It'll make that stock work for you. It's the first of our former SPACs to break the 20 barrier and start looking at writing call contracts on that stock. Yeah. Maybe 2250s, maybe 25s, 24s, 23s, whatever. Making some money. Short term, making some money on short-term calls. I would be mad at them for a conference call, but an earnings call, not a showcase, not a presentation, just facts on earnings. But everyone who just wants instant money now want magic every time GameStop moves. I hear you. AB, if there's no such thing as taxes, I could cash out Rocket Lab and pay off my new car. No, you're going into Goldman Sachs calls when the time is right. There you go. What picture's on your side of the U-Haul? What picture's on the side of your U-Haul? I have no idea. Well, my Rocket Lab options positions are all kinds of weird. I got one January, April 10 and 14 strike respectively call, 4 cash secured puts for 17 September, and now I might use my calls to write covered calls. This stuff's weird. There's all kinds of stuff going on here. SoFi broke the $20 barrier. Wouldn't that be nice? I felt 24 strike was safe, but not 100% safe. What about puts? Don't you think this is another case of too high, too fast? Well, you can always buy cash secured puts. If you want to buy puts, though, good luck. 1954 on Rocket Lab. I think it's going higher. Coyote 100%. GameStop should get that fast talking announcer from Micro Machines to read their earnings calls. At least then it would be entertainingly quick. You can get the whole thing done in 4 minutes and get off the air. 1956 on Rocket Lab, coming on to another high of the day here. Stock is not giving up the ground at all. Just not giving it up. Nice, Nancy. Not away. Uncle B, Auntie, you made me look. Draft King, can you leave the stream going so we can keep playing together? Uncle Bruce, would you mind? We just want to hang out and talk while you're going off, doing what you got to do. 1974 Rocket Lab, about to hit a new high right now. 1976, we just hit the new high of the day. We're going for $20 on Rocket Lab. Right now, we're going to take a shot for perhaps $20 a share on Rocket Lab. Oh my gosh, what a day. SoFi 1558 up 11. GameStop 184.35. Matterport 1672. Go Rocket Lab. 1980 on Rocket Lab right now. Volume on the day 19.3 million shares. Laugh aloud, not wired. Host to God, you just be doing the wheel simultaneously. Associates, Auntie will technically, it did, just feels like years ago now. Aaron, it was quick enough, 7 minutes. Uncle Bruce, that dude is dead, sadly. I wonder if it's his eulogy he got from the coffin, hurried up and locked back. I know what's going on here. I think Uncle Bruce following still has a Discord channel somewhere. I got 2 calls, one for January and one for April for Rocket Lab, deep in the money. I'm up 3% on the profits. And then I got 4 short-term puts written. And you're doing well on everything. And I love it. And 1983, you're getting richer. 1988, you're getting richer and richer and richer I love it. 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 Make the money and enjoy. Those of you who are along the stock, get ready to start writing put contracts. Just get ready. Get ready. You're soon you're going to be writing call contracts. You're going to be writing call contracts against your Rocket Lab soon if you're long the stock. Way to go, Auntie. Laughing aloud. No, I meant SoFi broke the $20 barrier back in June. Bruce was saying Rocket Lab was the only D-SPAC to break the $20 barrier. I'm talking about, yeah, that's true. SoFi, I did for a moment do it. But this one here has definitely been doing it since it came around here. 1985 right now. 1985 on the stock, up 476. 1987, 1990 right now. 1990 in Rocket Lab. We're going for $20. Just watch. Just watch. It's going to hit 20. Here we go. It's going to happen. The buying is coming in relentlessly. Relentless buying pressure. It's going to break through 20 like hot knife through soft butter. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Nice from 1097. Rita, NTPC, which class should I take? I just took number 2 recently, but I didn't learn that much. I envy the psychics who YOLO'd in rocket calls when it cratered to 9. Hostergaard does not donate. Why? The Florida Matterport was 28, don't forget. That's true. It was way overhyped at 28. 1997 on the stock. 1997 on the stock. It touched 20 already. It touched it. It's going to go through it. There's some resistance there, but that won't last. It'll go through it. 2008. Boom. Booyah. 2011 on Rocket Lab right now. 2011 a share, up $4.99 today, up 33.9% today. 2030 right now. 2030 on your Rocket Lab. 2020, 2030. Those of you who have $10 contracts, $12.50 contracts, $15 contracts, $17.50 contracts, $20 contracts. You're at 2023. You're looking good now. You're really starting to look good. Some of you could be in a position to start selling calls, taking profits. Look at rollovers, perhaps not. You might be in a position to start buying stock in Rocket Lab and writing calls against it. Writing 2250s might not be a bad idea for the next couple of weeks. $25 calls, not too long far out, might be okay if you can do so. 2022, time to take some premium money from your Rocket Lab investment, which is what, $9, $10, $11, $12? Nice. 2024 on Rocket Lab. Beautiful stuff. You got to love this. 188.88 on GameStop, kids. Those of you who bought back your call options, you watch the stock going higher and higher here, you might start looking at writing call options again. Maybe in the 210 range, 205, 200, 220, something there, depending how long you want to go. 2045 on Rocket Lab, 2046 on Rocket Lab. You're getting richer quickly now. Up 536 a share today. That means one call contract in the money is $535 more in the money today. $535 for every call contract you own if you're in the money. That's the kind of gain you've had today in book value. Very nice. Some of you have 10, 20 contracts. You're having a good week. You're having a good month You're having a good month today. Some of you are having a good year today. Nicely done. I'm very pleased, and I'm not surprised. I'm just pleased. Okay, I want my cover calls back. There's 2011, 2056 right now. Have a great trip tomorrow, Bruce. I'm off to karate now. Won't be on for the late show. Thanks for everything. Best of luck with it. Look forward to seeing you. I'll see you Monday. I'll be back on Monday, Aaron. $20 and flew right by it. Wow, it's flying. 2059. 50 by the end of the month. Bye-bye, Rocket Lab. See you on the moon. Rita, I can't speak for the classes because I haven't watched any. I learned how to do options from Adam and the Money on the Money YouTube. Nice. Is that pick from Total Recall? Bruce, feels like Richard Dreyfuss in Let It Ride. I'm having a really good day. I guess he meant stocks, not SPACs. I'm scared for tomorrow, Bruce. Bruceless trading day. Might have to play our classes in the background just so you're there. I am up 100% of my 250 shares for Rocket Lab. Feels good. Bama, babe, get ready to write contracts. You're going to start writing 22, 50s, 25s. Just finished my meetings for today. Whoa, pleasantly surprised about Rocket Lab today. Welcome, Larry. Okay, thanks, is Rita. AB, the fact Rocket Lab is an industry where government, telecom, and tech money is steadily in the pipe is attractive, I imagine. I wish I had an exit strategy for Rocket Lab. The wheel is like an option strategy thing, like Butterfly. Apparently, you can use calls to write covered calls. Seems weird, but it works. Check him out. Thank you, Ament. It's going to blow past 21. Here it goes. 2051 right now. 2059 already. Looking good. High today, 2088. on the day. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. Neat, 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 neat. Indeed, kids, you're getting richer. And I'm very happy about this for all of you. 2040. Don't be surprised it goes back to 1850, though. I mean, it's gonna fluctuate, right? It might not. It might go right to 22. I don't know. But this is the territory where you want to start writing covered calls. You want to start writing covered calls and bringing in a bunch of money. Even if you write Octobers or Novembers, you can write 25s. If you can bring in some $4 or $5 on the 25, I don't know how much you can get. I'm not sure what options are going to pay you right now for covered calls. October covered calls. I'm only showing 20s on this system here, 240, 250. January covered calls. I'm only showing 20s at the moment at bringing in about $4. April next year covered calls, showing $20 covered calls at 450 to 520. So my system is obviously not as good as probably your platforms. You've got platforms probably going up every buck or so. Bama Babe, good job, Bama Babe. Can't beat that. Michael, the volume on Rocket Lab is in Apple territory. It's unbelievable. Volume right now is 21.8 million shares on Rocket Lab. 2043 last trade. Up 534 on Rocket Lab. All of you making money in Rocket Lab, I'm very happy. 1559 on SoFi, up 12 cents. GameStop 187.81, down 10.99. Matterport 16.88, up a buck. ME 859, up 56 cents. Smart Rent down 3 cents to 12.45. Spire 11.86, up 63. ATIP up 15 to 4.15. Sextera up 9 cents to 10.03. IBM down a quarter. The Dow is up 21 points. That's where we're at right now. Is it too late to buy Rocket Lab shares? No, and right covered calls. I wouldn't buy them right at this minute. I wouldn't buy them right now. I'd wait. I'd hold off and just see if there's a bit of a pullback coming, because this is a lot. Those of you who are along the stock right now, you want to look at writing options right now. You want to write options right now. You may find a $2, $3 pullback is possible, $17 to $18, $19 a share. You buy these covered calls for a lot less money, buying them back. So watch for that. Uncle PC, Hostergaard, Anti, awesome. I am excited. Poor student trying to build something with only a relatively small income, so anything helps. Friends, Rocket Lab, the one stock I didn't get from the SPAC list. No, Uncle B was 500. I was down 500 my Rocket Lab calls a few weeks ago. I'm up 7,000 now. Well, there's time to take profits on some of these, perhaps. Some of these call contracts, you might start wanting to cash in here and do a rollover. Take a quarter of the money, a third of this money, and buy new contracts further out if you want to stay long on calls. On the other hand, take your money off the table, watch for the stock do a little pullback, buy the shares, and start writing call contract. Might be the way to go. We'll see what happens here. Bama Babe, M-E-A-B, me, A-B, A-B legend. Let's see what's going on. Faint harder. 2024 up 5.15 a share right now on Rocket Lab. What a day we're having here. SoFi 1564, GameStop 186.98, Matterport 16.88, ME is 862 up 59 cents. Just give me 10 days like this and I'm a happy guy. Yes, looking good, kids. Looking good. Trying to make some money on the markets. Yay! Fantastic. Thank you, all of you, for these donations on PayPal. You guys rock. I thank you. PayPal donations are fabulous. Also, the donations through Super Chat today. Thank you. Very much appreciate it. Let's see here. There we are. We had Brian Young. Thank you, Brian, for your donation today. I appreciate it. Also from White Summer Art, thank you very much for that as well. Appreciate these donations on PayPal. You guys are great as always. Beautiful stuff. Keeping an eye on this market here. All kinds of comments coming through. Thank you, everybody. I'm trying to keep up with all you guys. Beautiful stuff. Making money on the markets here. We're at $19.99 on Rocket Lab. Not doing too bad today. Very good day today. There we go. And there we are right there. Thank you for the 445 thumbs ups today as well. Back to 2003 on Rocket Lab. Thank you for 445 thumbs ups. Keep them coming in if you can. Do appreciate the upticks on the thumbs ups today. Some of you making some decent money today. I love this. Fabulous. GameStop 186.85 today. That's kind of the high of the day, roughly. Not totally, but getting close to it. So getting better all the time. 2001 on Rocket Lab. 2012 on Rocket Lab. Nice. 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 Very good. Very, 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 very good. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, Larry. Walk around the RV with Bruce. Walking around on the RV, Bruce. And let's see. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you all for being here today with us. 1994, 1995 on Rocket Lab. 187.72 on GameStop, hanging right in there. And Smart Rent 12.45. We've got Spire at 11.82, up 60 cents. ATIP at 15. Sexterra up 9 cents right now. And IBM down 23, just to confuse us. There it is. All right, I will be back on this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern time for the last hour of trading today. This will be the last show from Creston ever this afternoon. Thank you, all of you, for being here with us today. I really appreciate it. The next show after tonight, after this afternoon show, will be on Monday. I will not be on the air tomorrow all day. Tomorrow we're heading to Calgary from Creston 2014 on Rocket Lab now again. So we'll be in Calgary, heading to Calgary, and I'll be on the air from Calgary on Monday, 8:30 Eastern time, as usual, and the 2 shows on TWB as well on Monday. So those of you who are going to miss me a little bit, I look forward to seeing you on Monday. In the meantime, we will drive safely. We will take care. Thank you. Make some money right now. Take advantage of your call contracts on Rocket Lab. Cash in, sell half of them, sell a third of them, sell all of them, roll over into some future contracts, keep some money off the table aside. Look to buy stock on dips, start writing call options. If you are long Rocket Lab, start writing call options now. Write $25 call options for January. Write 2250s for January. Write whatever you can. Take a look at different contracts. See what kind of premium money you can bring in. Bring in money for October contracts, November perhaps, December. Up to you. Stock's just giving you an opportunity today to take some real serious money off the table here, and I think you should. Beautiful job, beautiful deal, and let's see what happens. Okay, thank you. Safe travels. Thank you, everybody. And let's see, show some mountains one last time. Oh, that's so sweet. I need to get me one of those. Who's driving Bruce Jenner, the butler? Is it time to sell my Rocket Lab calls? Yes, time to sell Rocket Lab calls. Take in some money. Showing the mountains one last time. Here you go. Here's what Here's what Creston looks like. This is the area just outside of town, about 5 miles away from my Timmy Hortons drive-through. Is this boring old valley view with the mountains on the other side? This is what I have to endure around here. But from time to time, Jen and I will drive around. Now, this is what we'll be looking like down south. We'll be renting one of those Teslas down in the States, and we'll be driving around, checking out locations for bagel locations. And Jen, of course, will get all dressed up so we can go grocery shopping, so she'll look her part, Gotta be looking good. Gotta keep that game going. Those of you who have got Rocket Lab, this is what you're looking like today. You guys are looking good today on Rocket Lab, and Rocket Lab looks good on you. So you gotta love this. Well done, everybody. Enjoy the day, and soon we'll do this together. How about we'll do one of these? I can handle that. Yeah. Thank you for those of you ordering these. This is great. Thank you for ordering these up. This is fantastic. They're now available on my Redbubble store. Look at that. We got hats. Oh, man, we got hats. You got to love that. Get 20% off until September 9, till the end of the day today. Use the code SHOPTEMBER, 20% off anything on Redbubble, including these guys. How about that? There's deals. All kinds of colors. Black, white, cream, blue. Yeah, check it out, everybody. Look this good. Or look this good, or look this good. Look how natural I am right there. Look at that, how natural. She just holds me up. She won't let me fall down. There we go. I'm loving life, baby. Yeah, man. Woohoo! Jen and I, we're loving it. Thank you, everybody. We'll catch you this afternoon at 3 o'clock. And we'll see you a little bit. We're going to get going here. I got more packing to do the rest of the day today. And we'll see you a little bit later. Rocket Lab 2003 right now. Go, Rocket Lab, go. And cash in some chips right now, folks. And we'll talk to you later this afternoon, okay? Thanks, you guys. You're such a dork. You're such a dork. See you, Uncle. Be safe travels. Laughing out loud. Okay, guys. See you later. Bye for now.